Hello and welcome to Cutting Through the Bull. It's the Halloween special. I didn't fall into the trap I nearly laid for myself earlier by refusing to call it a certain name.
I do think you just messed up the name of the podcast.
Yeah, he didn't complete the whole sentence, I think, but we'll move on.
Cutting Through the Bull, Post Truth Apocalypse.
That's the one.
That one.
Episode fucking 10.
11.
Still get one day.
I had a good little run actually. I did have a good run at one point.
Yeah.
I did 3 or 4 in a row.
You had it down to a science.
Yeah. Well.
Sorry.
Goddamn.
Shit happens.
Sorry for pointing out your mistakes.
It's still the Halloween edition though. I got that right.
Well done.
That's the main thing.
It's not Christmas.
Or Thanksgiving.
Oh god.
Or Survivor Series.
Yes. That's the only holiday that matters at that time of year. It's the only real one.
Anyway, I got some news.
News. Hit me with it. Us.
You know how we were supposed to have the End the World in September,
Oh yeah, I remember that.
and then it was in October.
Yeah.
We've got a new date now.
Is that because October's nearly over?
It is.
Okay.
It's now specifically the 19th of November. This is David Mead again, the
he's
Nibiru.
back, is he?
He's back. His book sales now just aren't doing it yet. He didn't leave himself a big enough window. I keep making this point, but it's completely valid. Right? Now there's going to be a global seismic shift, large magnitude earthquakes, and his evidence is the book of Isaiah.
So everything that he said before was going to happen.
Didn't happen.
But that's all still going to happen. It's just going to happen later on. I mean, to be fair to him, he could just keep saying this until the world does end.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And like, he could be wrong. Right, but wrong. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, but that's just
it's
like,
not an exact.
that's not predicting. That's just like me going, I think I'll still be alive tomorrow until eventually one day I die.
I don't think I explained myself very well there. I think like it's quite hard to predict when the world's going to end and when Nibiru's going to come.
A lot of people have tried.
I guess. I mean, I've never really looked for Nibiru, so I looked up on that date, and yeah, it's quite difficult. So I think give the guy a break. You know, we'll see what happens on the 19th.
Do you think he said that because I'm sure I read somewhere some part of America is expecting the big one any day, but they've been expecting it for like the last 10 years or something as well.
It's just the earthquake in California.
Yeah.
Oh God.
But I
It's on a fault line, isn't it?
San Andreas fault,
That's the
yeah.
one.
I love that game.
San Andreas, yeah, that was all you actually control your character did. Like, so I went and got loads of different haircuts.
Yeah. You can get
I made
muscular
it.
or fat.
I got really fat, so I couldn't run very fast.
Why did you sabotage yourself in the game, you idiot?
I don't know. I guess
my character was as muscular as it's possible to be because I'm never going to be that.
he was fat and he had an afro.
On GTA,
Ben's bald, by the way. He's got no hair, so
I just felt it was right. I don't know.
Well,
I wanted a pudgy Jackson 5 guy.
On GTA 5, I made Trevor, who's my favourite character. You could make Trevor wear a dress, like a little flowery dress. And he had a huge beard, and I just loved the visual. So I would always have him in a dress, but I suppose that does say something more about me than. But it was
So you're making the one really muscular one in a dress.
Yeah, but I just enjoyed the vision of him with a huge machine gun.
Have you wrote homoerotic fan fiction on this?
who hasn't?
That's what GTA's for, isn't it? Wish fulfillment. So, do we have any more news?
Yeah. I got NASA's response to what Mead said. There was a really long and complicated quote where I summed it up. It's bullshit. There you go. I thought if NASA do need me to sum up any more anti-conspiracy theory speeches, I am available.
Yeah, that
well,
summation was
I refer you back to our our Nibiru Planet X episode, I happen to think that NASA are hiding the Planet X information from us because they know it's there.
But we'd be able to see it by now. If it was that close, we'd be able to see it.
No.
They have said, actually, that there is another planet in the solar system that's having an effect.
Remember
but
all
it's
that
not-
stuff about...
We'd be able to see it. If it's coming straight for us, we'd be able to see it by
but it's
now.
not in our vicinity. shall we
Remember
say.
all that stuff about Neptune's gravity or orbit being perturbed?
Yeah.
Neptune's perturber, Planet X. It's real.
I am aware that I've also been called a NASA shill in the past.
And so am I.
But
You're a shill.
but I'm telling you, it's bullshit.
No.
I'm going with NASA on this one.
We'll see what happens on November.
Right, there's three of us here to take a vote. Mike, who said you want,
I
NASA or David Mead?
Well,
he's going to sit on the
He's
fence.
going to sit on the fence.
I can't go with me, and I can't go with the.
His fucking things from the book of Isaiah, that's his only... It's just a short quote.
Yeah, but as I mentioned in the last podcast, that forked tongue for the NASA, the
Oh.
reptiles. I don't believe any of them.
How else do you think the interdimensional blood-sucking paedophile lizard lesbian lizard men get here? NASA. If anyone's
Why
going to
NASA?
help, if anyone controls the keys to the doorway to space dimensions, it's going to be the space agency.
No, wouldn't
isn't
it? It'd be the guys coming through, wouldn't it? They'd have their own.
Shill. Well, we'll see what happens on November the 19th.
Alright, I'm telling you,
I'll see
I'm
you
pretty
on the
confident.
20th.
I'm pretty confident we're going to be recording through the apocalypse again on this one. We are pretty. We've been through 3 apocalypses this show because we had that one over Easter when we all thought World War III was going to kick off, didn't we?
Yeah.
So there's 3 apocalypses as a show.
That still might.
Yeah, the sky turned orange not long ago.
Yeah, and that
In
was.
honour of Trump.
God damn.
It was Trump trolling us.
I've got one more bit
Okay.
of news this week. An anti-vampire mob kills 8 in Malawi and forces the UN out.
Where is Malawi?
It is. It's bordered by Mozambique, Zambia, and Tanzania. It's Southeast Africa.
Oh. All I know about
And they
Mozambique is the Bob Dylan song of the same name. That doesn't help this conversation at all. I'm just.
Mozambique's an ex-Portuguese colony.
Yeah, but this is Malawi.
I'm just saying.
It's near Mozambique.
Yeah. Near Mozambique.
Yeah, it's near Mozambique.
Basically, in the really rural areas, belief in vampires is like everyday thing. Someone could be a vampire, and there's been reports of.
Is it like a witch hunt?
There's been reports of people, of being murdered in strange blood rituals, and so that the mobs went vigilante, and basically they set up roadblocks and started to go and hunt vampires, and 8 people were killed in Malawi.
8 people are 8 vampires.
Well,
How do you prove someone's a vampire?
Well, it actually said just kills 8. It didn't say what they were.
But
Let's
how do
assume
they-
They're
people-
killing vampires.
Show us
They're
your
doing
teeth.
us a service.
Show us your teeth, vampire. How do they know? Do they have evidence?
Well, they thought
Yeah,
that the
dental
reason they
record.
forced the UN out, the UN moved staff out, is in 2002 a rumour went round that vampires were working with the UN to collect blood.
Oh, for God.
Jesus.
Maybe they are.
And
Sounds like one of the Blade movies.
well, yeah.
They should
Yeah.
bring that back. Blade has a home in the Marvel cinematic
The
universe.
first one does.
Second one was
just
okay.
Wesley
That
Snipes
big
as
fat
Blade.
thing that was.
Yeah, but they brought back what's his face who died in the first one. It just seemed strange.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Wheeler was his
That's
name.
it. Yeah, was it?
I don't know if I've even seen the second or third
That's it.
one.
Yeah,
The
so what
third
is
one's terrible.
Yeah.
good vampire
Blade
film.
Trinity.
John Carpenter's Vampires. That's a fucking good film.
Yeah.
That is a good vampire movie. Actually, I forgot about
We'll
that.
get on to all these later, won't we?
Yeah,
We'll go through
we'll go through some
horror films. and-
Yeah, I don't actually like that many horror films, sadly, but
Me neither. But I think Wesley Snipes as Blade, they could bring him back now. Put him in. He could be in the Avengers Infinity War. That would be awesome.
what would a daylight walking vampire bring to the Infinity War though that no one else is going to?
Fucking swords.
Yeah, but someone's already got Green Chick at Guardians of the Galaxy's got swords.
Well,
He's got super strength.
Yeah, but so have a lot of them.
Well,
What else
let's
he
go
brings to
through
the
It
table?
helps, doesn't it?
Let's go through everybody who's going to be in the Infinity War and sum up whether or not what they bring, whether it's any more than what Blade brings.
You know, if there's an opportunity for him to kill some vampires, then
The Scarlet Witch, is she bringing more than Blade?
yeah,
Come on.
he controls people's fucking minds, makes telekinesis, all that
Floaty
shit.
stuff.
She's pretty powerful.
It's powerful, I guess, but it's not cool.
Doesn't matter. It's bringing
It's
more
not
to the
fucking-
table.
it's not
If the
Blade.
job is to look cool, then
It's
yeah,
not-
bring him in.
It's not leather trench coat, sword,
No,
shades.
but we've got a leather trench coat.
He has
That's
a place-
Star-Lord.
he's in
Star-Lord's got a leather
Avengers in
trench
the
coat,
books.
so you don't need
brings
another
more than
trench coat guy.
Star-Lord.
No, he doesn't.
He brings more than Star.
No, how?
He'd beat Star-Lord in a fight.
No, he wouldn't. So
He
I'd just
would.
shoot him in the face. You know what I mean?
He'd cut his head off.
He wouldn't have a chance
He
to.
would cut his
You
head
put
off.
Starship Pilot as well.
My money's
Got
on
mates
Blade.
with a bunch of mercenaries. What's
My money's
Blade
on
bringing?
Blade.
Some fucking stakes and a fucking sword?
Swords. My
No,
money's on
sorry, I
Blade.
refuse to accept that.
My money's on Blade.
Mine isn't. Not a
Yeah.
chance. You think any differently, let us know. On Twitter, we're at
Well,
Apocalypse Bull.
Yeah.
well done. Blade is in the comic books. He fights with them, so I just think it would be cool to bring him back. He doesn't look that much older, and Wesley Snipes needs a job.
Hashtag get a job, Wesley Snipes.
Hashtag free Wesley Snipes. I did like.
Actually,
the-
hashtag
you-
Wesley Snipes get a job.
You were
So
calling
good.
you were calling them welfare mutuals there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Get a job, you bum.
Sorry, Wesley. I also like Passenger 93, is it?
Check your white male privilege, Ben.
I like Passenger 57.
That's it.
That's
You're
a good
making-
film.
I'm
That's a
gonna
good film.
I'm gonna have an SJW style meltdown and just start screaming at you because you're a racist, Nazi, cisgendered male fascist. I'm gonna lie on the floor and stamp.
Have you been triggered?
I am.
Have you been triggered, Snowflake?
We're not allowed to say that,
Are
apparently.
we?
No, that makes us fascists. That makes us Nazis.
Oh, I was saying
Calling people
snowflakes. The
yeah.
snowflakes are
Such an
individual and
amazing
creative.
term.
Yeah.
It's such a wonderful
They're so individual and
It is,
beautiful.
I love
though.
it.
It just sums
I
everything
do love
up
it.
so
I do
good.
love it. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. And
Snowflakes.
I call racist people snowflakes who argue with them on the internet. That's what I do. That's my thing. 'Cause it's their word and I'm using it against them. It makes me feel good.
Well, I could be a bit of a snowflake sometimes.
yeah, man,
I
they all
guess.
can. So.
You know,
Nope.
that's the thing though. You have to be on one team or the other, don't you? That's why I don't like politics anymore. It's made me feel strange.
You know, our own
Moving
team.
on. Let's not get into all that again. I haven't watched any videos this weekend. It's been all Simpsons.
Well, I don't know. Should we go with Spring-Heeled Jack, the Victorian
Oh,
demon
okay.
sex offender?
Yes. So we're just gonna.
That's a great hook for people, that one, isn't
We're
it?
gonna read out
Is he a
some
demon?
stories.
What?
Demon sex offender?
The demon
Victorian.
sex offender.
Yeah.
Rolf Harris.
He's not that old, is he?
He's pretty fucking old. Can you tell what it is yet? No!
I wonder if the Queen still got the portrait.
No, she hasn't. He was taken down, yeah.
Is it taken down
And
and burned?
I believe he was stripped of his whatever he had as well. He wasn't a knight, was he? He was an MBE or whatever.
Oh, they're all the fucking same.
Yeah.
Oh, Rolf.
What were you doing, Rolf?
Oh, what are you thinking, man? Ah.
I suppose
And it was-
he did look a little bit like Rolf because he had goatee, Spring-Heeled Jack.
Oh, okay
So-
then, tell me about Spring-Heeled Jack, because I don't know anything
No,
about
I
him.
haven't.
Oh, you never.
I've heard of him, but
Yeah.
don't know who he is.
Well, no one does.
Oh. Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. Somebody make a Halloween noise. We can't afford sound effects, so...
Oh, the first sizing of him was 1837. All the descriptions are quite vague, but they all have like certain things in common. Goatee beard, like Rolf Harris. Pointed ears, kind of like Rolf Harris.
Pointed ears? What, like
Yeah.
Spock?
Maybe, yeah. Horns.
Okay.
Flashing
I call bullshit already.
I'm quoting flashing fiery eyes
He does sound scary.
and clawed hands. But the one thing that is completely consistent was his ability to jump over rooftops and across hedges.
And he couldn't hold a point.
You mean hold a point while jumping?
Well, hold a point. All got claws, hasn't he?
He's hold a point with claws.
Depends how long they
I
are.
don't know. They didn't look overly massive in the illustrations I saw. But you know, he's not Wolverine going on here. It's just he can hold a pint.
All right, go on then.
Oh,
But he couldn't jump over Spring-heeled Jack, I say, because he could jump over 9-foot walls and hedges and jump over rooftops.
Oh, I've heard this.
Yeah,
I have heard this. Yeah, go on.
Surprised it hasn't been turned into a shit horror film yet.
It sounds like a nightmare. Do you know what image just popped in my head though of the end of Who Framed Roger Rabbit, where Doc from Back to the Future, doesn't he like spring and like?
He was a toon, wasn't he?
At the end, when they're having a fight in the factory, I'm sure he like spring. He put some cartoon springs on his heels, and he's got horrible eyes and a horrible voice, and it was fucking terrifying.
Great film, though, that, innit?
Oh god, I love that film.
I haven't seen it in years, actually.
Apparently, they're doing a sequel.
No.
I heard.
Isn't Bob Hoskins dead?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
He is.
I think he is.
Yeah.
They could draw him.
He'd be a toon.
Eddie Valiant. Yeah, somebody out there fact check if Bob Hoskins is dead.
I think he's dead.
I think he's
I'm
alive.
sure he's dead, yeah.
Well,
Am I mixing him up with somebody else? No, I'm not. Bob Hoskins, yeah.
Is there a fake Bob Hoskins trying to vote?
Killing
Bob.
celebrities. Yeah, Bob.
Oh, I do apologise to anyone that knows Bob Hoskins.
or Bob Foskins.
Bob Hoskins.
We hold both in very high esteem.
We do. So he started. You know, the people started seeing him in 1837. He went across England. It was like
He
London.
left tracks in the snow, didn't he?
No, that gets mixed up with something else. The devil came to Cornwall. That's a different thing.
Oh yeah, I remember that. The devil went down to Cornwall. He was looking for a soul to steal.
Ended up with a pasty for a meal.
The devil went down to Cornwall. He was looking for a pasty and a meal.
Yeah. Well,
I love that song, by the way.
The phenomenon linked with the devil's footprints. 1855. They found him in Devon. It was Devon. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. The devil went down to Devon.
It doesn't sound as good. But they
I'm doing it.
The
devil went down to Cornwall. He was looking for a soul to steal. So let's break this down. What was the year?
Active. First sighting was 1837. Last sighting was 1903.
1837. Mechanically, what was available to facilitate the jumping over buildings?
Massive thighs. Strong, manly thighs at that point.
Even the strongest thighs on earth can't leap
They
buildings.
do say
in
if a flea
single
was
man.
human size, it could leap the St Paul's Cathedral.
I failed to see how that applies. Jim.
You can still have those science shit.
I'm just saying it could be an oversized flea.
You can try to sound scientific.
You're saying he's got the proportionate strength
Yeah.
of
But
a flea. He
with
was bit by
horns and a
radioactive
goatee beard.
flea.
I mean, he spews flames at one point.
We've all watched the
No.
Island of Dr. Moreau, haven't we?
These aren't the bits that are troubling me, the fiery eyes and the devil hands. How did he jump over buildings?
Well, this is it.
I mean, I'm not a mechanic or an inventor.
Things were probably smaller back then. People were just shorter. They didn't need houses with ceilings like 8 foot tall.
Yeah, but they weren't like 80% short.
I mean,
we're talking like
No, but
60%,
maybe we're looking in hovels here. I mean, what was the?
Did he
Maybe
have-
the houses are like 6 foot tall tops. No one was 6
Oh,
foot
the
tall.
hobbits were they?
Did he have a grappling hook? Maybe?
He could've-
Batman style grappling
Maybe,
hook?
I don't know.
Because I'm trying to think how would someone leap over buildings in today's modern age. All I can think is like Iron Man boots with rockets in them.
Some
They
kind
don't
of
exist.
really powerful bungee cords.
Yeah.
Logo sticks.
For fuck's sake. But he'd have to build up to
If he
the...
jumped out of a plane on a pogo stick.
He's still trying to drop
Every
sides
time
in
I went
it.
1800s, I have a balloon. No planes then, was
It seems excessive. Because he would always make his escape via jumping. Because he comes at these women and basically assaults them. I mean, Mary Stevens, a servant, a strange figure, leapt in from an alleyway at her. He grabbed her, tore her clothes, kissed her face, and then clawed hands, cold and clammy like a corpse, slapped her breasts about, and then he literally jumped away over a wall.
This sounds like a Victorian porno.
What porns have you been watching?
This is genuine.
Tit slapping porn. It does exist.
It's a Victorian, that's hardcore then.
The next day, a similar figure.
Bloody slap me tits! Here, cool blimey! Here, bloody fire coming out of his bloody eyes! And he slapped me bloody tits! He jumped over the fucking roof!
You can imagine it in a Carry-On film, can't you?
Slap me fucking tits! Sorry.
It'd be Barbara Windsor getting a tit satellite in that film, though, wouldn't it?
Oh, Barbara Windsor. Tell me what.
Yeah, jumped over a 9-foot wall with a high-pitched babbling laugh.
Oh my god. That's horrific.
Alright, but there's a subterfuge. You get a subterfuge. Subterfuge? Is that right? There we go. Subterfuge. You get to be clever. Alright.
Okay.
His best known attacks. Jane Olsen, 19th of Feb, 1938. This guy knocks the door. She can't see his face. He's, could have been a policeman. Claims to be a police officer. Just bring us a light, mate. We've got Spring-Heeled Jack out in the alleyway.
I thought his last sighting was 1903.
Yeah, this is 1938.
So it isn't his last sighting.
1838, sorry.
Oh, 1838.
1838. Right. So she brings out a candle. Then he throws up his cloak. It's Spring-Heeled Jack. He's vomiting blue and white fire from his mouth. His eyes are resembling red balls of fire. Tears her clothes off, open. Neck and arms are torn.
Tweaks the nipples and runs on.
Metallic claws. He's got metallic claws in this one.
Sounds like an evil Benny Hill.
Maybe
his son is quite evil, isn't he, Benny Hill?
I don't know. Is
he
he
a convicted paedophile? Allegedly. Someone fact check.
I've never heard that one.
I'm sure, yeah. No, I'm not sure actually. I just think I may have heard that sometime. Anyway, moving on. Spring-Heeled Jack.
Even though 1877, a soldier on guard duty is slapped viciously around the face. They shot at him with no effect, and then he disappeared with huge leaps and bounds. So basically, he's a bit like a Victorian sex offender Benny Hill demon.
And I'm still stuck on the whole. I mean, Jackie Chan, I've seen him in films run up and over walls that were 9 foot tall at least. But that's not jumping over in one movement. Maybe she just saw wrong. Maybe he was very accomplished at parkour.
That's another theory, of course.
He was actually, very gymnastic. And he wasn't just jumping over in one go. He was like, in 2 or 3 goes, which to those Victorian eyes, may have looked like he fucking went straight over.
Yeah.
And she was still shocked from
having a breast
slap. You have to remember, in them days, if we were talking London, my God, the smog.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to see further than your face.
Well,
I think I could tell.
Everyone is effectively blind.
The road's a bit.
How do we get anything done? We were at a peak then. How do we get anything done if no one could see?
And I don't care how foggy
they were much more resilient back in them days.
Yeah, but I don't care how foggy it is. I'm not gonna. If he's got fire eyes and fucking devil claws, I don't know if I. So how many people did he attack?
Quite a few. Those are the best known ones I gave you. There was a lot of, but the thing is, what you got to look at is that no one was ever caught for it. Any of the attacks, all the attacks I did have those similar things in common. Those similar points of it earlier: the horns, the goatee, the clawed hands. Yeah, only a few cases is the
mild sexual assault.
A lot of mild sexual assault in all fairness.
Let's be honest. Maybe I'm making too much light of having your tits slapped. It probably is. It's probably not nice for a devil man to slap one's breasts.
It wouldn't have been nice for a Victorian lady.
So no.
Nowadays you probably get away with it.
I don't think so.
Depends who you went down Dorley High Street doing it. Closing time.
So the girl at the wrestling.
He went down Dorley High Street and blend right in.
I think I've seen him actually.
The woman at the wrestling last night who told her 4-year-old to stop being a fucking pussy. She'd have probably let Spring-Heeled Jim have a go. She looked the type.
So there is a suspect at least for this.
Okay.
The Marquess of Waterford.
Okay.
He's got fiery eyes.
No, but he was known for drunken brawling, brutal jokes, and contempt for women, and he'd do anything for a bet. And he was
So he's just a merry japester?
No, he was actually a really nasty bastard.
Could he do
Yeah.
parkour?
I don't know, he was in the area at the time, and so it's a possibility he may have done the first few. But then you get mass hysteria, right? And then you get the sensationalist publicity, or the penny dreadfuls that are knocking about at the time. More Springfield Jack, and it just spreads and it spreads all. And
It's like in this.
And everyone's fucking seeing it.
Yeah, I think it's like I've mentioned before in one of the podcasts, when Independence Day came out, UFO sightings and abductions went through the roof for a few months, you know.
Yeah, exactly. The same thing happened with Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Massive spike in UFO sightings after that film came out. And so you got to look at that. Or it was an extraterrestrial entity, or it was some kind of demonic phantom attacker. They're your choices. Marquess of Waterford, mass hysteria, or extraterrestrial entity, or demon sex molester.
There is another choice I feel you've not brought to the table, which is that it's all complete and utter horseshit. I mean, okay, the first person, maybe she's a bit mistaken, and so
She just gets sex offended.
yeah, and then she reports it, and then everyone. I mean, I just can't get my head around this. There's just too much going on. If he just jumped over buildings, that
He does a lot of that too, though. I mean, he does do a lot of jumping. Those are just some of the few. He always escapes by jumping over buildings or walls, or scaling walls as well. So maybe he's some kind of Spider-Man thing going on. Maybe the claws help in that respect.
I would find just the jumping over the buildings hard to believe, but then when you throw into that claw hands, spewing blue and red fire, fire eyes,
Fiery eyes.
high pitched babbling giggle, it's all just it's too. I don't know. It's like the perfect super villain or
So
something.
when Batmen go bad.
Yeah, it's like it's a good story. I like it, but
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know
fun.
how much of this can we rely on these
Oh.
peasants from the 1800 and something.
Well, yeah, can you? No more than any other witness, I suppose. I mean, yeah, but there you go. It's Springfield Jack. It's a bit creepy. It's fun.
Yeah.
Has there
Fun
ever
for
been
the
a
family.
movie?
There isn't. I'm surprised there isn't.
So should I give you a modern day Halloween crime?
Oh, go on.
Because I'll just explain to the listener that I'm not really down for ghosts and things like that. It's not really my thing. So I tried to find just real world horrible things that have happened around this time of year. And the first crime I'm going to tell you about explains where an urban myth comes from.
Oh, go on. There's plenty of these about.
Yeah, and this is probably the worst one I'm going to start with, to be honest. While the vast majority of I should shout out, I'm getting this from ranker.com, and okay. While the vast majority of Halloween scare stories about razor blades in apples or poisoned candy are either urban legends or moral panics, one story is, unfortunately, completely true, and it had nothing to do with a demented stranger randomly killing children. It's worse than that. 8-year-old Timothy O'Brien had a packet of pixie sticks given to him by his father, Ronald, to cap off his trick-or-treating. He almost immediately went into convulsions and died about an hour later.
Okay.
The death sent the O'Brien's small Texas town into a panic, and the police determined that the pixie sticks that Timothy ate were laced with cyanide. When Ronald's story kept changing, police began investigating him. They found him to be deeply in debt, and that he'd taken out massive life insurance policies on his children. Police found that other O'Brien children had also been given the candy by their dad, but hadn't eaten them.
Holy shit!
Ronald O'Brien was found guilty of murder, sentenced to death, and executed in 1984. What an evil bastard.
Fucking hell!
I mean, I've heard of people's life insurance policy crime on like your wife or an older relative, your parent. I've never heard of someone killing their children, man. That's a new one on me.
Yeah.
Woo.
That's what this society can drive people to do, mate.
And that was in the, when did I say? They killed him in 84.
That's what happens when you get into massive debt.
Yeah.
Basically, then, isn't it? You make stupid
you argue
decisions.
that he was forced in a way by this situation, and he was.
Doesn't really excuse.
Of course, it doesn't. It's fucking abhorrent, isn't it? But
I mean, to look there and go like, well, I got 3 kids. I could lose a kid. You know what I mean? Keep the house, keep the car, keep up my appearances, you know.
Yeah, my opulent spending habits, and
yes.
my drug addiction, maybe. Who
We don't want
knows?
the neighbours
Allegedly,
to know.
he's dead. Fuck it. Allegedly, he can go
Yeah,
get
we
as
can say
well.
whatever we want about this cunt. Yeah.
It's a
We've all
cokehead.
stole money out of child's money boxes.
Have we, Mike?
You wouldn't kill
Have we,
him,
Mike?
would you?
Have we all stolen money from children's money boxes?
Swiftly moving on.
So should we go the history of Halloween, because it's not this. It's what we've got now. It's a bit of a mockery of what it was.
Yes.
So
Tell me the history of this festival that I enjoy so very much.
not a fan. Not a
Fuck
fan.
Halloween. Fuck
Yeah,
Halloween. Fuck the people who enjoy Halloween. No,
I don't
mean
mind,
that.
it's
No offense,
alright.
but
I
it's.
think it comes from the fact that we never celebrated it as kids as much.
Yeah.
It was an import from the US in about sort of like the 90s, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, hopefully, when Ben tells me the history now, it might shed some light on it, because one of the things to me, it seems utterly meaningless and pointless, and I can't stand the entire economy that exists around it, with all the cheap and nasty little plastic shit
Oh,
that
fuck
gets
yeah.
produced, all the napkins and tabletops and bunting and the fake spider webs.
Oh,
and
you fucking Scrooge,
all
man!
this
Yeah.
fucking
I saw people who decorated their houses today. I
Yeah.
saw 2 houses decorated. I've never seen houses decorated
Why?
with fake cobwebs along the front hedge
Scrooge
for
did it for a bit
Halloween.
of fun, aren't they?
Oh, fuck fun! The amount of
No, 'cause
energy.
the Christmas thing started to come over here now as well. I fucking hate that. Let's decorate our house. Let's have this fucking blinking on all fucking night.
I don't mind Christmas lights, but Halloween.
I know where you're coming from. I'm with you on this. With you.
It seems utterly pointless to me, and it's just an excuse to dress up and get drunk. And the people that really annoy me the most. Now, when I have this rant annually, I get told I'm like you just said, Mike. I get told I'm a Scrooge
I was
and
just
a
playing devil's
bar
advocate.
humbug, and like cheer up and lighten up. No, I will not lighten up. You know the type, and we're all a bit alternative, a bit rockery type people. No, we don't like rockeries. We like rock and roll.
I like
But
rockers.
you know the type, the goths who, the people that are too much into Halloween, and they're like, oh, this is my time of year, this is my special festival, oh, it's all dark, and then I have this rant at them about how it's just meaningless, Americanized crap, just getting you to spend your money, and they're like, oh no, it's like it's a really ancient thing, and I look at these people, and I'm like, are you going to do anything remotely pagan, ritualistic, or old? No. You're not. You're not going to go out into the woods and find a ley line and recant some tales and sacrifice a small animal. No, you're going to dress up as a zombie version of fucking Goldilocks and go out and get fucked up on Jaeger bombs and blue wickets, the same as everybody else. Bollocks. What's the history of Halloween, Ben?
Well, Halloween's origins, guys, go much further back than Jaeger bombs, blue wickets, and slutty costumes.
Oh, good.
All Hallows Eve.
And we'll get to that. It is technically the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain. That's how it's pronounced, apparently. It looks like Samhain, but it's pronounced Samhain. It's Celtic. That was 2,000 years ago. They lived in the areas of Ireland and United Kingdom and northern France. They celebrated the New Year on November the 1st.
Which is what the Spanish do, isn't it? They don't have Halloween. They have Day of the Dead.
All right, well, that's
The
kind
Mexicans.
of interesting. That kind of ties into this. All right, that's cool. I like that.
I like the
Basically-
face paint that they use.
Yeah, they actually got one of them in Shrewsbury, you know.
Oh, yeah, I can see
Day of the
that.
Has
Dead.
anybody ever seen the film Quick Change?
No.
Yeah.
Bill Murray and Randy Quaid.
Randy Starkiller Quaid. Yeah, man,
There's
love
a
that
scene
guy.
where
In the words of my generation, oh yes.
Yeah, he's now quite deranged in real life.
Yes, he is.
yeah, there's a scene actually in that where they're saying this old woman's saying Day of the Dead over and over again in Spanish, and these two guys on bikes with brooms, they just cycle through, they just joust each other, and he has a breakdown because he says that and it freaks him out. Randy Quaid.
Do you think that
Is
may
that
be
what
a
he-
touch of reality
It
then?
could be.
Is that why he's making weird videos with president masks on now? And
That
spanking
film, he
his
snapped after
girlfriend?
that film.
What, did he fuck his girlfriend up?
Yeah, I think he's fucking her while wearing an Obama mask, or she's wearing an Obama
Yeah,
mask. or
something like that. I'd find it quite difficult to do that if she was wearing an Obama mask.
It really wouldn't bother me. It wouldn't affect me in any way, shape, or form.
I would if she was looking back at me.
Still wouldn't put me off. Not because I like Obama. I really am, a pervert.
Anyway, so on the 31st of October, the Celts believed that on the night before the New Year, the boundary between the worlds of the living and the dead became blurred. And on the night of the 31st of October, they celebrated Samhain, and it was believed the ghosts of the dead would come back. They also caused trouble, damaged crops, but they made it easier for the druids.
That's just drunken druid frat boys. Right?
Yeah. So basically, the ghosts would turn up, cause a bit of trouble, ruin some crops. Then the druids would show up, make predictions about the future. So you got to wonder, that's a bit of a con artistry, isn't it? Like you say, send out the druid frat boys to fucking trample a few crops. Druids show up. Oh yeah, we'll tell you what's going to happen for some gold and some food.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to wonder that. Anyway.
There's always a power structure.
But with a people entirely dependent on a volatile natural world, the prophecies are an important source of comfort and direction during the long dark winter. So it's like, yeah, it's going to be tough, but you'll get through it.
So yeah, let's dress up like a fucking zombie Supergirl.
So to commemorate the effect, the druids would build huge bonfires and people would gather to burn crops and animals as sacrifices to the Celtic deities. And during the celebration, the Celts would wear costumes typically consisted of animal heads and skins and would attempt to tell each other's fortunes.
Did they get massively drunk?
Yeah, probably. There's bonfires and you're wearing dead animals. Yeah,
you mead to go around.
Oh yeah. Well, it was a big thing, so yeah, it was the end of the year, wasn't it? So this is their New Year's Eve. This is a New Year's Eve.
Right.
I'd take that.
Okay.
Dressing up in animal skins. I mean, I don't know, kill an animal for it, but
yeah.
Maybe a fake animal, not a fake animal skin.
I'd wear my Superman outfit, I suppose.
And then, well, that's what it'd evolve into eventually, isn't it? You'd wear a costume New Year's Eve and you'll just get drunk and fuck around a bonfire. Sounds fantastic.
Yeah, I've had worse evenings.
Oh, and some sort of sacrifices a goat. That has to be done. We're looking at the crops here, people.
Where does so how does that translate to the modern day trick or treating? Do you wonder where does all that come from? Right.
All that
knocking door to door, and because that seems weird.
Basically, that comes from English and Irish traditions where Americans began to dress up in costumes and go house to house asking for money or food or money, which apparently became the trick or treat tradition. Young women.
So bailiffs then.
But that was it. Yes, apparently it's an English thing, English and Irish thing, the Halloween thing, going around asking for money.
And there's
the Americans just turned
it.
But turn of the century, Halloween parties for children and adults became more common in America than England.
So we never celebrated it, did we?
Yeah, it was the late 1800s. There was a move in America to mould Halloween into a holiday more about community and neighbourly get-togethers. So then but they obviously combined it with, all of a sudden someone does a costume party because it's Halloween and it's got this tradition about it where you dress up. Comes all the way back from the beginning, doesn't it? And then that spirals out then, doesn't it? Oh, well, so-and-so street had a costume party, we should do that.
I hate the way
and that just spirals
it's like
out,
Christmas
doesn't it?
as well, and Halloween. It gets bastardised by, corporate fucking...
That's what I mean.
Do you know what I mean?
That's what I was...
And all the kids want on Halloween is more candy.
Yeah, more
all
sugar.
They want on Christmas is more presents. It's all about consuming more.
Yeah, I have a theory about sugar.
See How They Live episode, consuming more.
My father's dealt with diabetes. I've watched it sort of fuck with his health quite badly, and I'm quite aware of sugar. And I do think if sugar's name was changed to White Death,
it's a
valid it would still taste as sweet and be just as great, but I just think if the name was White Death, contains 25 grams of white death, we might all find it a little bit easier to cut it out of our diet, because it is fucking poison. It's like diabetes. But
then again, we're sitting here smoking and there's pictures of people dying on our cigarette packets and we still smoke. So would it stop people?
Probably
the thing is, you have too much sugar, you will get diabetes. You smoke, you got a 1 in 3 chance. Think about it that way. But you eat too much sugar, you will get diabetes.
Yeah.
There's no question about that.
Yeah.
That will happen.
Diabetes is massively on the rise. Kids are getting it, stuff like that. I just think it's just a theory I've got. I just think let's do an experiment for a year.
In nature, there's no such thing as fat and sugar together. So if you had a bowl of cream, how far could you get through just a bowl of cream? Not very far. If you had a bowl of sugar, you can't really get that far, can you? Mix them together, you got ice cream. How much fucking ice cream can you eat? You can eat
A fuck ton of ice cream, that's how much I
in
can eat.
nature, fat and sugar is not together. And as we are humans, our job is to take on calories to survive. It's like our primal brain goes, fuck me. There's loads of calories in this. Eat as much as you can, and you'll put on the fat for the winter or whatever.
We should all just have a banana instead of a
That's
chocolate
it.
bar. Get some natural sugars. Would you like a very
Raised in
short,
honey.
quick, horrific story from Halloween 2010?
Yeah, and then I'll move us forward to when the Christians said that Halloween was okay. So hit us with that, and then we'll cut back into the history of Halloween.
I'll pepper these through the episode.
Just a segue.
On Halloween 2010, Ohio teenager Devin Griffin returned home from Sunday church services to find the corpses of his brother Derek, mother Susan, and Susan's new husband William Lisk. The killer had bludgeoned Derek with a claw hammer, shot William 5 times with a .22 caliber pistol, and raped Susan before shooting her 3 times.
Fuck!
Devin was so traumatized he could only say it was like, quote, something out of a haunted house. The killer was found to be William Lisk's, that was the husband's, son from a previous marriage, William Lisk Jr., who had a history of schizophrenia and violence. Lisk was picked up at a halfway house and pleaded guilty to all 3 murders. It's got a happy ending though. He committed suicide in prison in 2015.
That's a happy ending, Jesus.
Hang on, what year was that? Then if he committed suicide in 2015, when did he do the crime?
The crime was in 2010.
Shit, I haven't even heard of it. That's horrific.
It's quite bad, isn't it? So there's some real life horror on Halloween.
Christ, no wonder he shot him 5 times. You're 22. What a fucking amateur. 5, fuck yeah. 5 shots and to fucking go down. 2's tiny. I had a 2 air rifle, for fuck's sake. I live in Britain.
Well, tell me about the Christians, Ben. The guy who did that crime was schizophrenic, so there's no rhyme. I was just thinking, I wonder if he specifically chose Halloween just to be extra creepy and.
I'd imagine that. I'd imagine whatever demon-based defences defence were cooking up in court.
Yeah.
I bet he loved that.
I did read online as well a story of this is very sad, and it was fairly recent. I think a lady hung herself in the street in full public view, but because it was Halloween, it was hours before anyone realised it wasn't a decoration.
Ouch.
Yeah.
But still,
Go
bit of a fuck you to the neighbourhood, isn't it?
Oh man. So yeah, Christians.
So Halloween, it comes through the Romans a little bit. I mean, they kind of put it into their calendar because you have to make these sacrifices when you're conquering huge swathes of territory, people with different relations.
They did Christmas, wasn't it? Christmas wasn't on Christmas Day. That was a pagan festival.
That's it. So it was Feralia, a day in late October, and the Romans traditionally commemorated the passing of the dead. So they basically took that from it and made a bit of a festival of it.
Like the Spanish now, then, yeah.
Yeah. So but that's the way you get conquered people to accept you, is that you incorporate their beliefs into yours and vice versa. So you find it more acceptable. Oh yeah, but they want us to have this day off. Just all right then, and there you go. We didn't get that day off before, did we?
I'd get behind Halloween if it was a day off work. I'd fucking dress up as a slutty Cinderella.
It would have used to be.
Cinderella.
It would have used to be because it used to be All Saints Day, which is so May the 13th, 1609. Pope Boniface the IV. Thank God for my knowledge of Star Wars Roman numerals. Dedicated the Pantheon in Rome in honour of all Christian martyrs, and the Catholic feast of All Martyrs' Day was established in the Western Church. So of course by the time, so that's 1603 AD, so by the time that Christianity gets to Britain by about the 9th century, it's firmly in place. You've got that in as well, so that supplants the old Roman festival, which incorporates the Druids festival into it. So and the All Souls Day was celebrated similarly to the old pagan one. Big bonfires, parades, dressed up in costumes, probably a bit of sex in a drunken brothel at that point.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, there you go.
Awesome. So that is the concise,
That is a beer. Mr. Vincent, that is a beer.
Oh, but it is the hot girl from work. So
No excuses.
Doesn't matter. You know the rules. That's 2 beers, please, next time.
Just put it on the add it to the. I owe you guys about 6 or 7 beers, I think.
No, I wiped that clean after the beer fest because you were quite flush with the gambler money, so you bought me a couple of beers. So
okay then, so I'm even.
Yeah, and that's a new one.
Oh what?
You wiped your tab clean.
Oh shit!
This is a new one.
Cheers! I'm drinking a nice. I will try and pronounce it because I think I know how. I'm drinking a Lithuanian beer that my Lithuanian friend gave me. Svitros.
Ooh.
Yeah, look for it out there if you could spell it. It's very nice from Dortmunder.
Dortmunder?
Is that a place?
Dortmund's a place, I've heard of that.
Anyway, yeah, it's very nice. That's I think I've had this little tangent before on the podcast, but one of the joys, don't be scared of the Polski skleps out there, the Polish shops. They've since the Polish community in Britain and Eastern European community has boomed, the shops have boomed. Obviously, they're everywhere. Don't be afraid of them. Go and check out the beers, man. Oh man, cheap and they're all amazing. They don't have shit beer over there. We have shit beer.
Yeah. But isn't there like an average beer like 5%? That's it.
Oh yeah, they're all strong and lovely. There's one called Kapaki that you should be careful of. And no, I didn't just drop the P-bomb. Anyway, that was a beer tangent.
It's about 13% that Karpaki, isn't it?
One of them, yeah, there's 2 versions, there's one mega strong one. But in Italy though, when I was there, they served Tenant Super on tap. Right.
Jesus.
Now, and I remember thinking that just wouldn't work in England, would it?
God.
Can you imagine?
Tramps would be like actively begging,
I'm
wouldn't
just
they?
thinking of Wetherspoons on a Friday.
Yeah.
If Tenant Soup was on tap, it would be a bloodbath. It'd be
It
worse
would.
than that person's house where the murders
Oh
were.
Jesus, yeah, fucking hell, bottles and glasses. You had to serve plastic glasses, wouldn't you?
I've always wondered this. Why do we serve stuff in glass in pubs? Isn't that really... and then to anyone listening in another country, you may be thinking, well, what's wrong with that? I know we have a reputation for being all, oh hello, we're from England, rah rah rah. The reality is, you're way more likely to have a glass thrust into your face, I believe, in this country than any other.
Probably, yeah.
We have a lot of drunken violence. But we serve everything in glass. It just seems... Plastic glasses should have been brought in a long time ago, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, but it don't taste as good out of plastic, does it?
I guess so, and I know, health and safety gone mad.
I know, but you can't have glass of it.
I guess.
I mean, it used to be quite... I'm not going to name the pub because it's reformed its character now. There used to be a pub in Dawley, at the top of the High Street, and I used to walk past there sometimes on Sunday morning with a dog, and I've seen the landlord washing blood off the pavement outside with a hose.
Oh wow.
It used to be quite a rough little hole. No, it's a very nice pub.
I love
so you
this
should
town.
visit.
Shall I tell briefly, because I referred to it earlier, a little story about Dawley? It'll take 2 seconds.
Well,
Dawley is part of our town that we live in, Telford, a specific part where...
It's got its own language.
Yeah,
How business.
Anyway, I was at
Dawley.
a live wrestling event last night. Shout out to the Shropshire Wrestling Alliance, fantastic little promotion run by Simon Brown. Anyway, I was in the second row. I don't owe you 2 beers.
Yes, you do, because I was buzzed.
I was on the second row, and a wrestler jumped onto the audience in the front row, so the chairs moved back really quickly. And a little kid next to me, 4 years old, his foot got trapped between the chairs that had moved back towards him, and he looked genuinely scared for his life. I felt bad for him, and then his mum looks at him and goes, "Stop being such a little fucking pussy."
That's Dawley, man.
That's Dawley, right? That's it.
The kid doesn't stand a chance.
And that kid, that kid is going to be wanting Tenant Super on tap at some point, isn't he? So,
Well, as we're being local, I've got a couple of local ghost stories.
Oh, that's a nice
Local
segue,
ghosts.
Mike.
That was beautiful,
Yeah,
Mike.
local
That was-
ghosts.
That was almost like we
Okay.
planned it. That was gorgeous.
Which we didn't.
We don't plan anything.
Professionals here.
Can you tell we don't plan anything, dear listener? Go on, hit me with it, Mike.
Okay, there's a hotel in Madeley, which is another little sort of village that makes up our town, isn't it? Next to Dawley, actually, isn't it?
Yeah, but don't go down there if you're from Dawley.
Mm.
They don't like you.
I don't like anyone doing.
No.
And this is one of the most haunted places in Britain, isn't it?
Really?
Allegedly
Allegedly
so. It dates back to the
Aren't all hauntings allegedly?
Yes, they are.
Sorry, but
That's right, yeah, until there's any concrete evidence. But yeah, it dates back to the 16th century, and apparently there's a ghostly apparition of a hooded monk. He's often seen wandering the grounds of the hotel.
There's always a monk.
that would be cool if it was real.
Yeah, right.
Apparently so.
I mean, I've been to that hotel before. I haven't stayed there.
Is that
I've
the
been there
big
for a
posh
wedding.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah, where there's a golf thing.
I asked when I went to this wedding. I was there. I actually asked about the whole ghost thing, and the staff refused to comment on it.
Oh, it's
They
a
don't
company
speak
policy.
about it. They don't speak about it.
Oh.
Do you know?
You know what that is, don't you? Because they actually have ghost tours, you have to pay.
No, it's to protect their corporate interests. It's like, no,
No,
we don't.
like-
It's a company policy. They're like, don't talk about that silly fucking shit we've got. It's a 5-star hotel, isn't it, or 4-star?
Something like that, yeah.
You know,
It's
we've
very
got a lot
posh.
of businessmen coming here, and we don't talk about that.
They do
silly
have
shit.
tours.
Oh, they do, though.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it might be. It's probably more that, to be fair. If you'd like to hear about the
I
ghosts,
think they do anyway. I'm not sure.
It's £25
That's
an
what
hour.
I mean. That's what I'm thinking. Well, they don't talk about it.
That's probably more.
Yeah.
Or more simple reason is there were bar staff hired specifically for the event and given a couple of days training perhaps.
Maybe they're just sick of fucking idiots asking about fucking
Oh,
ghosts.
maybe
They're
that
like,
is
mate,
that
I'm
as
on
well."
minimum fucking wage. This job sucks my soul
Yeah.
out. I don't want to talk about the fucking.
I'm serving beer to a drunk groomsman. Give me beer. Come on.
I hate my life.
And he was
But
drunk.
the monk isn't the only thing that's seen.
Oh.
Spooky spirits of Victorian maids going about their daily duties have also been seen on the top floor of the hotel.
What kind of Victorian
I get
maids?
down for some fucking spooky maids.
Yeah, someone's hired the top floor, haven't they, for a little bit of, you know,
Victorian
kinky business.
orgy.
Yeah, that's all it is.
A bit of role play. I want you to be a maid. A French maid? No, a dead ghost maid.
Dead ghost Victorian maid.
I have my French maid's outfit.
Still more.
I put a sheet over my head.
Another ghost to be seen at the hotel is that of an old woman. Apparently, she smiles at you before vanishing into thin air.
That's a
Fucking
turn off.
pedo.
That's a turn off. Imagine you got your ghost maid, and then the old woman smiles at you and vanishes. Oh God, that's a boner killer.
I don't know, I'd like an audience.
Spooked guests have also.
I was once having sex in a car park, and I
That's
noticed.
called dogging.
I noticed two people watching, and
Did
I'm
you
not
get
gonna lie,
thumbs up?
I did more or less. It really didn't bother me. If the girl had have noticed them, she may have been mortified, but I didn't tell her. I just gave a kind of manly nod. Like, yep.
This is gonna.
Anyway, sorry.
This is gonna link in great for next one.
I can't wait.
Spooked guests have also reported hearing the chilling sounds of a woman in pain in the surrounding garden.
Is it just the gas is beating this girl?
Of course, upon investigation, no woman is ever found.
I was having normal car park sex. There was no bondage involved. I wasn't strangling her.
He doesn't have a dungeon in the back of his van, do you? Wasn't there a serial killer like that? I'm
Hey,
sure there
shut
was.
up.
Yeah, he had like he drove around as a lorry driver, had a trailer, and the trailer was actually a sex dungeon. And he would just take
God.
hitchhikers, drug them, and then wake up in the back of his trailer.
Sounds like a nightmare. Imagine if you're so desperate to get picked up, you're hitchhiking, and that's the guy that stops. Or have we got any more local hauntings?
Still at Madeley Hotel. One
Still?
more, yeah. Poltergeist activity and eerie laughter
Ooh.
is often experienced in the hotel's old mill. So make that of what you will.
I think we were there for that wedding
We were, the old mill.
in the
yeah.
old mill. I didn't hear nothing.
Did you
I
hear any
heard
eerie
false laughter.
Any poltergeist activity? Did you see
No one took my pint.
your pipe just disappear?
No, I didn't actually. I didn't. No.
Poltergeist activity.
I wonder if they work in the bar. Another beer, please. And it just animal pause it. It just
Hey.
moves itself.
Ghosty!
Over here. With a Jaeger bomb.
Take the money at the till.
They take the money in your pocket, don't they? Hey!
Yeah,
And if you're Dan Aykroyd in the Ghostbusters, they suck you up.
A pair of ghostly hands and some lips appear.
I'd let a ghost suck me up. Definitely. Well, no, a female. No, if it was I would let the monk suck me up. The maids could suck me up. Oh, who am I kidding? The monk could have a go.
As long as it's a full choice of apparition, eh, guys?
He slimed me. Wow, actual physical contact.
Actually, the only horror film I really like.
The Ghostbusters,
Yeah.
I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Love that
opening
film.
bit is actually quite fucking scary. When
Scared the shit out of me as a kid.
Yeah, when the old lady. Yeah, God, I love that film. I think we talked about that last time we recorded, didn't we?
Yeah, I've talked about it before. So
I might talk about it again later, to be honest. Sorry.
I might delve into it a little bit because it is quite a good film.
Here's one for you, though. Then I'm actually a fan of Ghostbusters Part 2. Not as much of a fan, but I'm not one of these haters.
Oh no, I don't hate it.
Some people despise it.
Do they? I like it.
Yeah, some people absolutely, because the first is so good.
You got to live up to that at the end of the day. And
I really
liked
enjoyed
it.
the second
Yeah,
one.
I liked it.
There's a lot of good stuff.
I mean,
in that.
it's got a bit of cheese in it. I mean,
I like the fact that they're all washed up at the start.
Yeah, I love that they're the very early kids show, kids parties, and it's like, and they're like, oh, we want He-Man, and so you're like, yeah, I'd want He-Man too.
Yeah, man. And Bill Murray's delivery of the line, "Hey, you. Yeah, you. The bimbo with the baby." And he's talking to the bad guy at the end. Oh, yeah, Bill Murray. Please don't ever die, Bill Murray. He doesn't really make that many films, does he, I guess, but...
Is he retired now, maybe?
Maybe, maybe. Apparently, a story I love about him is that he's famous in Hollywood for... he doesn't have, like, an agent or anything like that. He just has one phone line with an answer machine.
Yeah.
If he doesn't happen to listen... excuse me. That's how you offer him jobs. And if he doesn't listen to it or misses it, then... He never got your job offer, right? So he's very selective. That's why you don't see him in much, I guess.
Yeah.
Like Daniel Day-Lewis, he does like one film every sort of 5 years.
I think he's retired now.
He's retired now.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, he used to pick his scripts, didn't he? Basically,
Yeah.
I mean, it was like 12 years. He had between some films, one gap of 12 years or something like that.
Have you seen The Life Aquatic? Starring
Part of
Bill
it.
I haven't, but I don't like Wes Anderson, so I wouldn't like it.
It's a very Wes Anderson film,
Yeah.
actually. So, but Bill Murray's great. In
I watched The Raw Tenenbaums, didn't like
I've
that.
never seen that.
I think I watched another one of his, and I just don't get the humour. It's a bit.
Is there something specific with Wes Anderson? I'm not familiar
He's
with.
quite quirky, I'd say, and
Yeah.
and his comedies are kind of character comedies.
I just don't really find them funny. He always seems to cast Owen Wilson. Is it Owen Wilson?
Yeah, he is.
I can't stand him.
Oh, I like Owen Wilson.
Oh, no.
Shanghai Nights and Shanghai Noon. I
I've
love
never
those
seen
two
that.
movies.
Armageddon
Is
plays
it
a big part in that. Yeah. Wedding Crashers I actually quite like as a film. It's a bit of a shitty mainstream comedy, but it's all right. It's okay.
Yeah, well, I can't judge because, like I said last time we recorded, I enjoyed an Adam Sandler movie the other day, so
Yeah.
a big budget.
Although we did say the Waterboy was
Everyone
alright.
likes Waterboy.
I like Waterboy.
I like the whole 9 yards as well.
I like that film Click. Is it?
Big Show's in Waterboy. He's Captain Insano.
Yes, he is. Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
The Big Show.
Adam Sandler's in the whole 9 yards, isn't it? Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
He's got loads of wrestlers in that.
Yeah, there's
Goldberg
loads.
and Great Khali.
Great
and-
Khali.
Mm.
Big Steve Austin,
I
right?
think he is in that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Kevin Nash.
Don't like Kevin Nash.
Oh, Monster Brawl was great. He had a part in that. You ever seen Monster Brawl?
He's a bit
I
of a
love
knob.
that movie.
So, was that all the local,
Yeah, I had another
Haunting.
one, but I realised it's not local. I can read it if you want.
yeah?
Yeah, is it cool?
I thought it was from Crewe, but it's actually the Crewe Arms Hotel in Northumberland.
Yeah, well, the crew's not that local.
It's about an hour.
Yeah, it's very local.
Yeah,
About an
yeah,
hour
right.
in the car.
Grade 2 listed building dates back to 1165, when it was probably used as an abbot's lodge, guest house and kitchen. The building was used as a hiding hole for the monks again,
Goddamn
of the
monks.
nearby Blanchard Abbey for centuries. We've got a monk's story, haven't we, Ben? Me and you later.
The Black Monk of Pontefract.
Our monk.
Oh,
story.
yeah, well, I don't really remember it that well.
Okay.
The Black Monk of Pontefract.
Yeah.
I am going to have a meltdown. Can you just call him the Monk of
No, because he's the
Pontefract?
Black Monk of Pontefract. I'll get to it.
Okay, the most infamous ghost of this hotel is that of Dorothy Foster. Her brother Tom became a commander of the Jacobite forces during the uprising in 1715.
Who the
Right.
fuck are the Jacobite forces? They sound like something from Star Wars.
They're Scottish, aren't they?
We have a fleet of the Jacobites.
Yeah, the Jacobites were the guys that wanted to see a Catholic monarchy. They were from
Okay.
Scotland and a little bit from Ireland and
Yeah.
French supported.
Okay.
They fought against the Brits. They had like 3 or 4 major uprisings. Bonnie Prince Charlie was a Jacobite rebellion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were all crushed, weren't they?
yeah, they were.
Crushed.
Pretty effectively.
The battle
Oh, not
of,
just beaten, they were
Bannockburn?
No, Bannockburn was Wallace.
Yeah.
Culloden, you're thinking of, was when
That's it.
that was the last one they had. That was
Yeah.
Bonnie Prince Charlie, I think.
Wow. This
Culloden,
just
yeah,
makes
we-
one thing clear. I when it comes to history, I am not the resident expert.
Well, you now know more than you did.
I do.
Yeah.
With no military experience, he surrendered to the government army at Preston without a shot being fired.
What was the fucking point of marching off?
He was charged with high treason and imprisoned at Newgate Prison, where he awaited his day in court. With the help of his sister Dorothy, he managed to escape to the Lord Crewe Arms, where he hid in a priest's hole. Sorry.
A priest hole is a legitimate thing. Okay, so point that out. It's a legitimate thing. It sounds dodgy, but it's a priest hole, not a priest's hole. A priest hole, there's no S.
Excuse me, priest. You appear to be hiding a small boy in your hole. Oh yes.
How did that get there?
Oh, it's the old Star Wars thing where you basically take a priest, slice him open, and sleep with him for the evening.
For warmth.
For warmth.
It just said
Never go to a
priest's
priest
hole
for
here, you
warmth.
see, so the person who wrote this article,
Okay, so he's hiding in a hole.
behind the fireplace before being smuggled out the country to France. It's now said that Dorothy's ghost haunts the Bamberg room at the hotel. Apparently, she appears before guests because she wants them to take a message to her brother in France, saying all is well now in England and it's safe to return. In the late 1990s, an American woman was staying in the hotel's Radcliffe room.
I don't
One
believe it.
night, she woke up to find a ghostly apparition of a monk in a white habit kneeling at the bottom of her bed. When she reached out and touched him, she found him to be very solid. She was then shocked to see him disappear into thin air right in front of her eyes.
Oh.
That's it. I don't
So
know
you
the whole spiel of all the he didn't fire a shot and all this, and
So you could touch ghosts.
That's intriguing.
apparently this American woman
Well,
in the 1990s.
Beckman gets slimed.
Ah, that's true. Actual physical contact.
Yeah.
Wow. Touching a ghost. Oh, I suppose they do need to be able to touch you to suck you off, don't they?
They do. It's gonna be that contact.
It'd be a bit cold, I imagine. Wonder what ghosts made of.
Ectoplasm. Who's going to Ghostbusters here? Let's
I
go
was
with
going to
that.
say
I'm
why
asking a resident science expert.
why do you only see sort of ghosts dressed in sort of like Victorian times? You don't see caveman ghosts, do you?
No,
You
you
know.
don't. No, this is caveman ghosts.
And considering that the cavemen were like 90% of our history, you think most of the ghosts would be from that era.
They
wouldn't
weren't Christians, Mike.
Oh,
They weren't
is that what it
Christians. They never went to the law. They had an afterlife. Their
You don't
souls
see
on me. They
ghost
were
pigs, do you?
animals that have souls, don't they?
Oh, don't they?
Do
Well, I'm
animals have
going on the
souls?
Christian belief here. Maybe the Islamic one too. I don't know. I'm going on religious belief that animals don't have souls.
My dog's got
Well-
soul, I think.
My dog's got soul.
Yeah, man.
Does he
He's
do
a soul
James Brown
dog.
numbers?
Yeah, he does that little moose. Wow! That's a wicked impression. This is every James Brown song ever. Wow! Doesn't do much actual singing. He might do a chorus and then
Yeah.
some noises.
But he had a cape when
Yeah, he was cool as fuck. I did go through a James Brown phase actually at uni. I was quite into my funk. So anyway, what the hell were we talking about? Ghosts. Yeah, what are ghosts made of?
Well, that's the thing. No.
If I knew that, mate, I'd be a fucking millionaire.
Well, come you never guess. Like, are they made out of like mist?
I suppose it depends. We go back to Ghostbusters. You got your full torso apparition. You got a floating mist. I think.
Well, this monk was solid apparently.
He's going to do a full torso apparition.
Sorry.
There you go.
Solid monk.
Was the monk solid or just like built like a brick shit house? He's like, oh yeah, you look pretty solid to me. I don't want to fuck with him. Like shaved head and tattoos down his head, kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Is that a ghost or is that a?
No, that's a demon, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a form of. It's the destroyer. Yeah.
You have to choose the form. That's so fucking genius. Oh man, Spengler gets an amazing line on the rooftop where the Marshmallow Man, they've seen him and like Ray's can't think and Venkman's like Ray's gone bye. You have anything, Egon? And he's like, I'm terrified beyond the capacity for rational thought right now. Fuck, I love that movie. Well, I think my favourite line of the whole film has to be where they're all shouting in the mayor's office. He's like, everything was okay till Dickless here turned off the containment unit, and the mayor's like, is this true? And Bill Murray's like, yes, it's true. This man has no penis.
I always like the followers. He's like, oh, he's gonna get him out of here. And he's like, I'm gonna send you a nice bunch of flowers, a gift basket. I'm gonna miss him. Yeah, great. Yeah.
And that guy, whoever plays that guy, the bad guy who turns off the containment system, what an excellent arsehole. Do you know what I mean? He plays a bastard brilliantly. I think he's in Die Hard as well. The first Die Hard. I think he's Bruce Willis's wife's boss, I think. No, not the first. I'm getting very confused. Second Die Hard. Anyway, somebody out there fact checking.
The only Christmas tradition I have is watching Die Hard 2, so
yes.
It's been a year since I last saw it.
Oh god, I love the first Die Hard.
First one's the best.
Yeah.
4.0 is not good, is it?
Never watched it.
Do you know what? Actually, I like number 4, but I haven't watched the most recent one because I just heard.
Oh, I didn't see the 5th one.
I just heard it was.
Was that his son with him?
Yeah, so I didn't even give it a chance because I didn't even hear a mildly good. There was nothing positive said about it. 4.0, Live Free or Die Hard, as it's known in the States. I actually enjoyed that. It's ridiculous. Spoilers, but to shoot the bad guy at the end, he shoots him through his own. Basically, he's been shot.
Yeah.
Somebody is sticking a gun into the hole, like to try and torture him, but he pulls the trigger to shoot himself to then shoot the bad guy.
Okay.
Yeah. And then he like says to his daughter, "Don't tell any of the guys I shot myself."
He does destroy a helicopter with a car.
Yeah, it gets a bit too superhero. It's awesome. It is a good movie. I'd give it a go, Ben. Give it a go.
All right. Okay. I'll think about it.
The only thing is, he's a bit too superhero-y towards the end. You're like, is he a policeman or is he a super being?
That always bugged me with 24.
I never watched it. Sorry, as we established last time.
I'm not.
I don't watch it.
I want to tell you a story. I'm not really a fan of.
I mean, he was
what's his name?
Jack Bauer.
I'm not a fan of Keith Sutherland. Not. Young Guns 2. Okay. Flatliners. Okay.
Flatliners, Lost Boys.
Yeah, Lost Boys is decent, but he's not really the main star.
He's one of the main stars.
Nah, he's alright. But other than that, not a fan. Doesn't interest me.
Alright.
It's outside the Ben box.
Have you got any more tales?
I've got 2 of Britain's most haunted houses.
Let's have them then.
39 De Grey Street in Hull. This is from the Daily Mail, or the Daily Mail, sorry. 4th of the 4th, 16. It's a 7-bedroom house in Hull. It's quite it doesn't look a very upmarket area from the photo I saw, but house is a bit in disrepair.
Well, you know.
Apparently there's like all sorts of poltergeist activity, steak knives being moved around the house. That's a bit creepy, steak knives are pretty sharp and stabby.
Yeah.
A child shadow moves out of the fireplace and stands there and watches, and a previous owner called the police after being dragged out of bed and strangled by, open my quote marks here, by evil forces. I'd love to hear that phone call to the police. Hello, 999. What's this? I've just been dragged out of bed and strangled by evil forces.
Evil? Do you mean your husband, ma'am? No!
No, I live alone.
Have you heard some of the ridiculous 999 calls?
Oh, I do like 999 calls, yeah.
Like one woman phoned up to say she wants the police around because someone's stolen a snowman.
Oh, Jesus. See, this is why I don't listen to them, because I don't, and the same reason I don't enjoy Jeremy Kyle. I don't like to see how far society's fallen. If I wrap myself in the bubble and I only see what I encounter, I can survive in the world.
Yes. My approach, my opinion on Jeremy Kyle was always, I live surrounded by those people. I do not want to see them glorified on television.
That's what I
because
mean.
They're real to me. Like,
I can see
I
them.
don't
I
get
can
the
shut them
joke.
out.
It's too real. I'm not laughing at them or with them.
Yeah.
And it's exploitative, to be
I
honest.
heard one where she phoned up. She wanted her husband in prison because he'd hid the remote control.
I saw something online that a guy in America, this old dude, robbed a bank just to get arrested and do time. He was trying to do a serious crime, so he would do some serious time just to get away from his wife. His life with her was so bad, he decided prison would be much more peaceful. I mean, he could have just left her, I guess.
Yeah.
If he had the balls to rob a bank.
And that's the thing, he's got the balls to rob a bank, but he hasn't got the balls to divorce her.
Or maybe he's too Christian to divorce her, you know.
Maybe she was really rich, and if he divorced her, he'd get fuck all.
Maybe she's
Maybe he
crazy.
thought, well, if I just rob the bank, and she divorces me, I take everything, but I divorce her. So it's maybe that angle. Maybe that
I'm
angle.
sure you get 50%, don't you?
It would be different. Who's doing the divorcing? There'd probably be some kind of prenup. She'd have to divorce him and pay him off if she was rich. Think about it.
Speaking of
We're in
Americans,
hypotheticals here, to be fair.
speaking of Americans, would you like another real life horror story from Halloween?
We would indeed.
It's very short.
Hang on, could I do? I've just got 3 more things to do from Britain's Most Haunted House.
Oh yeah,
part
go for
1.
it, man.
There's a phantom. No one will last in this property no more than 4 days. Last tenant out after 4 days. They were seeing phantom faces. The upstairs, the understairs closets have feelings of dread.
Was there a gas leak?
I have no idea.
A very small gas
Mediums
leak.
claim children have been locked in there and abused, and there's evil forces inside the house. But one of mediums are fucking fake. Sorry.
Well, think about
Sorry
it.
to anyone that believes in that.
The gas leak would
yeah.
maybe make you slightly high.
Yeah,
A little
maybe.
bit, weird.
Phantom
might start
faces is
seeing
kind of
things.
in the windows, kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Could just be the gardener.
Go with some random sex offender. Could have been Spinky old Jack. Could have been.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't a creepy, scary ghost. It was just a creepy, scary guy. It's probably not as nice.
That's it. That's it. I mean, it's just apparently it's not a nice place to be. I'd spend a fucking night in there. I'd print a test.
The thing is, I'm a
Yeah.
drinker, so
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Basically, what we do, we set up a sofa, we'd order some pizza,
Yeah.
get something to smoke, something to drink,
Beers.
put a few films on. I read 3 films, we're both fucking sparking on the sofa, have a reasonably comfortable night, get up to go for a piss at some point, go back to sleep on the sofa, there you go.
No haunting.
No hauntings. I'll guarantee you that's exactly how it would fucking happen.
Okay. Yoshihiro Hattori was a Japanese exchange student living in Baton Rouge as part of the American Field Service program. On Halloween night, 1992, Hattori and the young son of his host family went to a Halloween party for AFS students. Unfamiliar with the neighborhood where the party was, the boys rang the doorbell of the wrong house.
Ooh.
When they got no answer, they started walking back to the car. The owner of the home, Rodney Pierres, then opened the door, armed with a .44 Magnum revolver. From this distance right here, it can blow your head clean off. Sorry.
Go ahead, make my day.
Yeah. I know what you're thinking. Did I fire 5? Oh, no, that speech. So he had a .44 Magnum revolver. Hattori turned around and said, "We're here." Oh, sorry. "We're here for a party." Sorry. Sorry. Come on, you can't do Japanese. Sorry.
I'm sure the Japanese do an English accent.
Yeah,
Racist.
yeah, I'm sure it does. So anyway, he said we're here for the party.
It's no more racist than that Bond film where Sean Connery basically dressed up to be Japanese by putting in some buck teeth and a bowl haircut wig and squinting his eyes.
Oh dear God.
I forget which one it was, but it was one where he was in Japan.
Actually, if you look through old movies, sort of 60s before, they used to cast white people in Asian and black roles,
Yeah.
And it is so unbelievably racist.
Did you know?
Unbelievable.
Well, you said like a fucking snowflake. Get over it.
Well, snowflakes. Did you know that? This blew my mind when I found out. Short Circuit movies.
Mm-hmm.
The Indian guy.
Oh no, he's not Indian.
He's fucking white and Canadian.
He's white.
Yes.
He's not white.
He's fucking white. I will prove it now. I will prove it to you.
They didn't black him up.
Right,
for the film.
in the 1980s they were brown-faced him.
No.
And then you do the accent.
Oh fuck me.
I will
I don't want to see it.
daylight.
I don't want to see it.
His
I'm
real name is
comfortable living-
River somebody.
No, I want to live in my bubble.
I'm going to show you. Where's the IMDb?
Oh, you motherfucker! You're gonna.
Sorry guys, this doesn't make great radio, but
I won't be able to watch this film anymore. I haven't watched it for years, but if it comes on the TV, that'll be it now. I'll fucking look at it with
That's
disgust.
crazy, that is.
I
I knew it went on
movies.
in like, before the 60s. I didn't think the 1980s they'd still be doing it.
as if they couldn't find one
Oh.
English speaking, his real name is Fisher Stevens. Where are we? Cast, which, doesn't sound like a very Indian name, does it? My internet's being slow. This isn't great radio, but the picture's not loading, but we'll just move on. But trust me, it's not loading. He is a white guy. Fisher Stevens moved from his native Chicago to New York aged 13 to pursue his acting career. He was in brownface. So, anyway, back to our Japanese fellow.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys.
Thanks a fucking lot, man. Seriously.
I-
Just burst and bubble that I asked you not to burst.
think about that accent that he's doing in that movie, man.
That's bad, isn't it?
The only fire is alive. And my best friend is Indian and business partner, so I can actually get away with doing that accent, apparently. I'm sure people will tell me different. So anyway, back to our Japanese friend. So remember, he's gone to the wrong house. The owner has come out armed with a .44 Magnum revolver. Hattori turned around and said, "We're here for the party." Now, claiming he feared for his life and that the exchange student was, quote, scary, you could read into that foreign if you want, Pierre shot Hattori at point blank range, hitting him in the chest and killing him.
I should say so.
Pierre and his wife then went back into their house and waited 40 minutes for the police, who questioned him and let him go. Only when both the governor of Louisiana and the Japanese consulate got involved was Pierre actually arrested, after which he was acquitted of manslaughter. There's an American horror story for you. So, you can claim to be scared for your life and just shoot a man. Don't knock on the wrong house. Don't go to Halloween parties. Don't own guns.
Yeah, that's it. I was watching Louis Theroux.
I love him.
What's that? Yeah, The Dark States.
Oh, this is the new one? I haven't seen
And
this
there was
yet.
one in Milwaukee.
Mm.
And apparently it's like one of the biggest gun crimes in the country.
Mm.
And there was one crime scene that Louis was at, and the defendant had been shot multiple times in the chest while he was on the floor. So the person who owned the house had shot him, and then obviously walked up to him and just emptied the clip into him.
Yeah.
And the police officer said he'll probably get off because it's self-defence. You're thinking...
The first shot might have been
Yeah.
self-defence.
But he's saying it'd be a sympathetic jury, and they'll,
I would.
more often than not.
Do you know why I think? What argument to play devil's advocate I think he'd get off with? Nervous gun owner. Not sure if he's killed him. Never killed anyone before. And also, if you were experienced shooter, you'd say that you'd argue that your life's still in danger while he's alive, so he kept shooting until he didn't move anymore.
That's it. That's it.
That's how you would deal.
know.
That's how you would deal
Yeah.
with an intruder, wouldn't you? You would make sure they weren't alive anymore. So that's the defence, isn't it?
What I would want to know as the judge or juror, or both, was that after the first shot, when he walked up to them and stood over them, before he entered the clip, did he do a witty pun?
That's
Or a
the
cool
important
one-liner.
thing. Like,
Yeah, that's what I want
Looks
to know.
like you picked the wrong day, motherfucker. Something like that.
Yes.
You know, just
Wrong
something.
house, wrong day. Yeah.
Oh,
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Yeah.
you had a knife, you can do the old stick around.
My favourite of those.
Plunge.
I think one of my favourites of those comes from the cinematic masterpiece Commando, where Arnold throws a tube at the bad guy Bennett. The tube goes through Bennett's stomach and into a boiler, and then steam starts coming out. And he then says,
yes.
"Let off some steam, Bennett."
Still, strange choice of costume for the villain in that
He's
film.
very homo-erotic.
You know, very
isn't he?
tight shorts and a string vest.
And
It's an odd one.
And when Arnold says to him, or John as he's called in the film, his character, "I'll be back," he says, "I'll be waiting, John." That is terrifying though, isn't it? The camp psychopath is terrifying, to be honest.
See, Arnie always had like bad names in his films, didn't he?
That didn't suit his Austrian, obvious Austrianness.
T-800, yes. He's an emotionless machine.
Yes.
Fantastic. Predator, Dutch. I'll go for that. German, Dutch. Sounds a bit foreign, doesn't he?
Oh, foreign.
Yeah, you know, similar accent. So, but then he's like in Kindergarten Cop. You know, I'm Detective John Kimball.
Kimball, yeah.
No, you're not,
Kimball.
mate. No, you're not.
Oh.
In Running Man, I'm Lieutenant Ben Richards. No, you're not, mate. No, you're not. You're not. You're definitely not. You are Dutch.
Maybe
or
Ben
T-800.
Richardson Stein.
Yeah. You know, fuck hell.
Back to Kindergarten Cop now. I know we've stated on the podcast several times the ending of Terminator 2 is traumatic and upsetting.
Yeah, we won't go into
Kindergarten Cop upsets me.
But that is actually fucking a brutal ending.
At the
to that
end
film.
where he's being led out on the stretcher and all the kids are crying. I'm like, oh my god.
What was that film? That film must have been like a fucking PG, surely.
It must have
What
been.
do you reckon?
There's quite a bit of violence in it. People get shot.
The shower scene's pretty for a fucking PG. That's quite, you got blood splat on the
I
tile
love the bit-
walls.
I love the bit where he goes out and he has a go at the dad who's been hitting the kid, and he says, "You hit the kid, I hit you," and then like the headmistress pulls him into the office and he thinks he's going to get bollocked, and she's just like, "How did it feel?"
And she's like a noted creepy chick actor, isn't she? She always plays creepy roles.
She's this tall.
She's
and
been in a
I'm
lot of
gesturing
films.
that she's 2 foot tall.
Yeah, she's been.
Poltergeist.
Yes,
Poltergeist
isn't
2.
she in like the Austin Powers movies?
Creepy little people.
That bird.
Could be.
It's
No,
like
you're
the
thinking of
Salvation
Vern
Army.
Troyer.
The Salvation Army. The Salvation Army, the militant wing of the Salvation Army, and the second one, is it?
I don't know.
Oh, when Dodgy comes back and he's like, I've assembled this me. I don't know. It's a fucking shit movie anyway. Fuck it.
I don't know.
Where were we?
I don't know.
Yeah, let's get some Halloween in.
the Black Monk of Pontefract. That was where we were. Britain's most haunted house, apparently, is a house in Pontefract, which is in Yorkshire, known as a Black
No
Monk
way, I thought
house.
Pontefract was in Wales.
No, it's in Yorkshire.
Oh,
I thought it was in Wales.
it
man.
sounds Welsh.
Yeah, it does sound it does sound Welsh, yeah.
Pontefract.
It's one of the most haunted locations in the country, and the paranormal investigator spent 100 hours locked inside.
Okay.
Now, apparently he heard a door slam on its own, and he captured an apparition on camera, which I couldn't seem to find anywhere. You thought he'd release that with the article. And also his co-host was scratched by, a quote, a ghost.
Scratched by a ghost.
Yeah, the unexplained occurrences started in the 1960s. It was apparently built on this sort of part of town was built on an old battlefield. And
You're going to say an old Indian burial ground?
close. And apparently this particular plot of land lies on where they buried some soldiers.
Okay.
You know, there's allegedly captured EVP, which we'll do one episode on. We were just talking about that briefly. We'll try and do an EVP episode, and we'll go out in the field and do some ghost hunting.
Yeah, man.
I ain't afraid of no ghost.
Oh,
It's finally loaded up.
Hey!
There it is. That's the guy from Short Circuit 2, who is most definitely a white
fuck,
guy.
man.
That is terrible, isn't it?
Fuck.
Okay.
That is fucked up.
Pontefract.
In 1966, otherwise the Black Monk of Pontefract, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It was the Pritchard family living in the house, and they thought what they had was a friendly ghost, and they named it Fred. No, it was called Fred.
Fred.
And they started to invite.
Hey up, Fred!
They started to invite psychics and mediums to the house, and the ghost turned on them.
Oh shit!
And Fred turned on the family, started like throwing things, launching stuff,
Right,
and
said
everything.
Fred!
Right, said Fred.
No,
Drop
dead Fred.
Drop
That's
dead
it.
Fred. Yeah.
That's basically what
brilliant film,
happens.
that,
Isn't it?
And then after that, it's just because it's apparently there's so much poltergeist activity. The ghost spoke in foreign languages, and the Black Monk House, apparently, according to this chap, is the scariest place he's been. And anybody, I don't care how strong you are or how big you are, you'll be startled in the darkness when you're all alone. Something really bangs really loud in the room, and the door opens and you see an apparition, you're gonna get startled.
Well, yeah.
I added some emphasis onto the speed of
Yeah,
that
because you don't expect it.
Yeah. It doesn't mean it's a ghost. If you made a really sudden loud noise I wasn't expecting now, I'd probably jump.
Them ghost hunting things where they sit in the dark, like really quiet.
Oh.
And any noise that happens, like it could be like a mouse or something in the corner. You go, fucking hell's a ghost! And then you see them run out the fucking room. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Well, if we're going to go out and do some ghost hunting, I need you, Mike, as the resident science expert, to get to work on our portable nuclear-powered proton packs.
Yeah, that'd be a fucking idea, Mike. Put your finger out. I want a PKE meter and a proton pack, and I want it yesterday.
Because I don't think a baseball bat's going to do much against a ghost.
I'll buy some uranium off some Libyans.
It's a good plan. Good plan.
The Libyans! I don't know how they found me.
Yes, and they have to do with the advertising.
Yes, on the side of your van,
Yes.
Doc.
But so there you go.
Not speaking
Britain's
of
most
that.
haunted house, the Black Monk of Pontefract.
Awesome.
So we're going to go through our own personal hauntings. Have you experienced anything odd, Gaz?
I've experienced a lot of odd things in my life, but nothing that I think can be described as paranormal. I'm open. Well, mate, I might be open. There are people in my life who are otherwise, I would think, completely rational people, who are adamant they've had experiences with ghosts. And
me and Ben, we've experienced them, haven't we?
you haven't, but
Did we?
Well, I think we did.
Well, you did. I just did the Ouija board. We did a Ouija board when we were teenagers. Me, Mike, a couple of other guys. You know, it was pre-weed and beer.
Okay.
We were like, what, 14, something like that.
Like that. We made our own, didn't we?
We made our own Ouija board, used a glass, it didn't really move very well. We asked it questions and I wrote stuff down. I don't think I actually used it, I think I was the guy writing it down. Actually a triangle apparently.
Yeah,
the three
we
of
asked
you.
who's there, and it spelled out the letters ED.
Ed.
And we said, how old are you? It went to 1 and 3. And then we said, when did you die? And it went 19...
20 something?
Yeah, 1920 something. And at that point, we just freaked out. We were like, what the fuck? Because we were looking at each other going, trying to think, you moving this glass, you bastard.
Well, somebody was.
Yeah, one of you was, yeah.
Could have been. We all
No, one of you
swore.
was.
We all
That's how they
swore.
work. You just don't realise.
Yeah, you don't realise you're pushing it. It's a completely subconscious thing. You just don't
I'm going to
realise.
say, it's consciously, we all swore that we weren't moving.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it was a ghost called Ed. It could have been.
Well, you are, because you're going leading into a further
I'm just
step.
saying. I'm saying what it spelled.
Okay.
But it could easily be what you say. It could be like a subconscious thing, sort of shared
Yeah,
subconscious.
that's what I would
Do you know
call
why
it.
these? I mean, they have like such an evil thing about them nowadays. Do you know why these things originally came into popular use? Ouija boards, the Ouija board. Yes, in German and French.
Yeah, I got that bit.
Is basically after the American Civil War, spiritualism took off in a big way in America. Because so many people had lost brothers, husbands, fathers, any men,
Yeah.
and they wanted to get in touch with them.
Well,
And the spiritualism went off. That's where you start getting the boom in the
very
late
common.
1800s of the spiritualism
yeah,
thing.
it's very common in this country in the Victorian ages. They
Yeah.
wanted to seances.
Yeah, but the Ouija board was exclusively got its
Fortune
boost in
tellers.
America. And yeah, you're right. But don't get me started on mediums. I'm not going to rant.
Okay.
But So that's the Ouija. That's where it came. But then you got films like The Exorcist came out, and that was all through a Ouija board, and then of course it moves on and it gets that bad public image, and it was just a parlour game. Okay. That's all it ever was. That's all it's ever intended as.
This is from Nerdist.com. You are unconsciously answering questions that you never thought you could. 2 factors are at play when using a Ouija board: a strong subconscious need for an answer to a question, and a phenomenon known as the ideomotor effect. The ideomotor effect, I'm sorry if I'm not saying that right, says that people can move something without their conscious mind realizing it. In the case of the Ouija board, if you really want the answer to a question to be yes, and your partner knows it, you could both push the planchette to yes, without either of you consciously applying any force. And if you think you can ever keep your hands completely still, try keeping a laser pointer's dot perfectly motionless. You can test this effect for yourself. Oh, here we go, listeners. Ooh. Play along at home. Find a string and tie something moderately heavy to it. Extend your arm and hold the string and hanging object as still as possible. Now imagine the object moving in a circle. Even though you think your arm is motionless, the object should start moving.
Yeah, I've done that myself. Yeah, I've done that before. Yeah.
So yeah, a bit of basically what you said, a bit of unconscious. But I didn't know that bit of like you might have moved it without, like it's saying, consciously knowing that you did move it.
It could have been one of the people who did it consciously.
Yeah.
And they lied.
But if I was if I got a Ouija board out now and said to you two, right, okay, make contact with something, and I'll ask you questions, and I said, okay, what's my mother's maiden name? Now, you two don't know what that is. So there's no way on earth you get the right answer unless there was something further on. I'm not touching the board. I'm out of it.
We'll have to do a scientific test, because if that happens and it spells out your mum's maiden name, then we might have done something.
I was just about to say, I'm sure there's been some sort of clinical.
There must have been,
testing.
There must have been.
This. But yeah, so that's your. Is that your only?
That's one of two.
Oh.
Because a couple of years later, when we'd found beer.
I never did the second one.
Were you not there?
No.
It was me and some other friends then. And,
other friends?
Are you other friends?
Dare you?
I did that once.
Cheating on Ben.
I thought you were there.
I don't think it was. Where was it?
It was in the graveyard.
Oh, that one! I was there for that. That was the Ouija board, though. That was being drunk in a churchyard. Being drunk and stoned in a churchyard.
No, I don't think we were. Well, it may have been, but
this might be turning into places Gaz has had sex episode.
I had sex in a churchyard once just purely for the Nordic ghosts. And that's a shout out to episode 1. I have sex in churchyards for the spirits of Nordic ghosts to get into my seed.
So yeah, Mike, you were in a graveyard.
Back to 97, 98.
Oh, them were the days.
Yeah, mobile phones just come out.
Yeah.
We had the old brick ones.
Yeah. The Motorola,
You could only store 5 messages on it, couldn't you?
No way.
Yeah. And for a laugh, we were recording funny answer machine messages on my mate's phone. Just you only had like about 90 seconds, and we just all speak and do something stupid.
Yeah.
And if we didn't like it, we'd record over it again. And we did this a few times, and then went round, recorded it, listened. None of us were on the recording. Right. All that you could hear was sort of monks chanting some kind of fucking...
See, I don't remember it like that.
Go on then, how do you remember it?
Well, I don't remember it very well at all, to be fair, because I was like 14 and pissed. So, in all fairness... I mean, yeah, I remember them being something in the background. I don't remember it being everything was gone apart from the chanting.
None of us, I swear, none of us were gone. All of us were gone.
But how clear was this?
It wasn't very clear because it was
just noise.
Or you could just hear like chanting in the
But
background.
we could also. I'm pretty sure that was our friend Al's phone. I'm also pretty sure that a few weeks earlier that phone had taken a dunk in Telford Fountains up by the magistrates. So maybe the microphone wasn't. I mean, them things were indestructible.
But I remember
them Motorola's. Them early Motorola's are indestructible.
I just remember the look on everyone's faces as if to say, "What the fuck's that?"
I don't know. Well, it sounds creepy. It would have creeped me out at the time. But it's amazing, isn't it? I was just thinking, I'm willing to accept interdimensional shape-shifting aliens. I'm willing to sort of accept that there's, you know, aliens, intergalactic wars going on, things like that, you know. But ghosts, I just can't.
No.
It's a funny one because there should be some evidence.
Yeah,
There's no concrete evidence.
If I ever saw one, I'm sure I would change my fucking tune.
I know people who've seen them, and
You know, I'll explain like EVPs really quickly and why it's bollocks. Even though I want to go and do it, I want us to go and see if genuinely we can pick something up. Right, think about it. You can hear on a certain decibel range, yeah? No, I'm going with the science crown.
Ooh.
You can hear on a certain decibel range. Every recording device you have works on exactly that same decibel range. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to hear it.
yeah.
Okay.
Right? So, if the dead were really speaking and we couldn't hear it, why is your recording device picking it up?
It's odd, isn't it?
Yeah. So basically, all you're hearing is background static that whatever the audio version of pareidolia is making you think it's. And if you listen to stuff long enough, you will pick out words.
Well, it's like the backwards, yeah. Exactly.
There you go.
Yeah.
EVPs, boom, dismissed. Science, bitch. I'm out. Peace out. There you go.
Ben just dropped his mic.
Yeah, boom.
Yeah, so should we start to wrap up with our favourite scary movies?
Yeah.
Go on then.
I haven't seen many, so you guys start.
Yeah. Any zombie films I go for? We've done zombie episodes. You know what zombie films we like?
Yeah. Night, Day, Dawn, Dead.
Yeah. I will take Diary if I'm drunk enough.
I honestly haven't seen very many horror films at all, so
Well, I'll go through a list of my favourites. It's
Go on
quite a
then.
long list, I realised. When I was doing it, I'm thinking, fuck, I actually quite like horror films.
Pick us out the best ones then.
Alright, Blade, I've got in there.
Alright,
Okay.
yeah, I'm going to think it's the first
Horror
one.
film,
Okay.
vampires.
alright,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I love Blade.
Yeah.
John Carpenter's Vampires on there.
Yeah, John Carpenter's
Yeah,
vampires.
look, best
One of the
vampire
best.
movie?
Well, I like Blade as well, but
Yeah, but John Carpenter's Vampires is that's like a vampire hunter movie. That's
Yeah.
Marvel. That is no Interview with the Vampire.
I haven't got that on. I'm not a big
What's
fan
the
of
best-
that one.
Best vampire film, Interview with the Vampire.
I think Lost Boys myself. Said that
That's a
before.
good movie. It's a good movie. Vampire movies aren't great, are they?
I haven't got many. From Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh, that's a good
That's
movie.
a good. That's you know what.
That's on it.
And Cheech is in that, from Cheech and Chong.
Yeah.
You know,
Cameo.
the first time I ever saw that movie, genuinely thought it was just like a cops and robbers chase through the desert,
Yeah.
and I was like, no wait,
Vampires.
they're at a titty. Oh, that's Salma Hayek. And I don't care if Salma Hayek is a vampire.
I love
She
that.
can suck me anytime, right? And I was like, and then holy shit, everyone's a vampire. I love the band in that film. What are they called?
Oh, fuck, I can't remember.
Neither can I. But love the band in that film. Check them out. And alright, then they're all vampires, and then you got Sex Machine. And it's
Get
great.
up.
It's great. It's great. Just watch it. Go on, carry on, Mike.
The
sorry.
Mist.
Oh,
Mist.
that's
I
good.
fucking love that film.
I don't think I've seen it.
It's about like a
Mist.
interdimensional sort
Oh.
of rift, something, and all these sort of creatures,
Okay.
and they're stuck inside a supermarket, and these things are trying to get in. There's like a big octopus with tentacles, and it kills a boy.
Okay.
And then these flying things come in, and like big vulture things. They're trying to eat these little big giant bug things that are chasing them. And
I only ever remember the very end, because it's the most tragic part.
Oh, it's actually really sad at
Yeah.
the end, because they're driving through all this mist, like where all these creatures are coming out of, and they see this big giant thing just sort of moving along. It's like 60 feet high or whatever, and they've got one gun and they've got 4 bullets, and there's 5 people.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and his kids in there, and they decide that when the gas runs out, because all these creatures are going to come and kill him, you see, so they think that's the end, and he kills all the other people, including his son.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and he goes outside. He's like, "Come on, come and get me." And then the mist retreats, and the army come in.
Oh,
and they're flamethrowing all the
he
monsters
kills
and
his
stuff.
family.
If he'd waited 2 minutes, he would have survived. And they would have survived.
Yeah.
Man, it's brutal ending.
I won't be watching that.
But I love it. There's a bit where there's like one guy and his body is just covered in sort of like these boils, man.
Oh, don't! I know where this is going.
And they just pop, and all these spiders come out. It's fantastic.
That's not fantastic. That's horrific.
That's not nice. That's not
I love shit like
I hate Halloween.
that. Okay, I'll carry on then. I got Brain Dead.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Peter Jackson.
Yeah.
I watched that back in the day.
When I
Bad
tell
Taste
people,
is-
when you say to people that Peter Jackson before did Bad Taste and
Yeah.
Brain Dead, and they're like, "What are them?"
What?
Yeah, you need to.
Fernando.
And then he did Lord of the Ring. How would you
Yeah.
go from that to that?
Well, it's all special effects, just on a different level.
Fernando, your mother ate my dog. That's what it. And then I love the beginning where they're like, Zingaya! And then they chop his arms off. 'Cause he's been bitten. Zingaya!
That was the most fake blood ever used in a film.
Oh,
It's got
amazing.
the lawnmower as at the end.
Yeah, the lawnmower
the
scene.
lawnmower.
I actually prefer Bad Taste. I think Bad
Yeah,
Taste is
Bad
I
great.
like Bad Taste. His
Yeah.
brains flapping.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took him 4 years to make that.
Bloody hell.
He just
Keep
filmed it with his
running.
mates over the weekends.
Oh, amazing. It does show in the acting, to be
Yeah.
honest, but it's great.
Call
movie.
the boys. It's great.
Great film. Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Yeah. Terribly remade as The Faculty.
Oh, yeah.
No,
I'm on about the 1978 version.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Wolf Creek.
Yeah, that's in it.
Yeah, it's
I
like
might have seen that. That's out in the outback
Australian
in Australia. I
outback.
saw that.
Yeah. I
in
think
think
I
I've
really
heard
like
the-
sort of
cinema.
like torture films, but that one's
Really?
quite
I saw that
creepy.
by accident. It's one of them where you go to the cinema and you just see what's on, which I
Yeah.
don't do very often. Yeah, I did not enjoy that. It was creepy.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, wait a second. Yesterday saw Thor 3.
Ooh, don't spoil it for me.
Spoilers.
Don't.
No, I was going to say, very funny.
Yeah.
Really good film.
Okay,
It's
let's
cool.
leave it.
It's
Okay.
cool. And you'll love the 80s of it. You'll love the 80s soundtrack.
Awesome.
There's some really cool 80s theme music in there. It's great.
I realised I just put the headphones on to stop me from hearing you spoil it. I realised I could just hear you louder.
Yeah, go see it.
Awesome.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I have seen that one actually.
I watched that when I was stoned for the first time.
I think I've seen the.
Fuck me, it creeped me out so much.
Yeah.
It's just the atmosphere, isn't it? It's that bit where she's the old man sucking the blood from the finger.
Oh,
It's like, what the fuck? Just creeps you out, man. Great film.
based on
True
some of
events.
it's based on true
Yeah.
events.
That
Yeah.
old Leatherface.
Do you know what creeped me out really when I was stoned was The Sixth Sense? I've only ever watched that film
Yeah, I've got
twice.
that on here, yeah.
And my God, that scene where he's like, they used to hang people.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, they didn't. He's like, yes, they
I
did.
can
And
see
he
them.
looks, and I was sat in a very dark room watching this film, and I had to go to the toilet, and I was fucking, and there was like 2 rooms on the way to the
Yeah.
toilet, and I was convinced that I fucking looked in that room. I was like hanging people. I was fucking convinced of it. I had like a total mini paranoid freak out over it. In the end, I just really held it. I didn't piss myself. I didn't really piss myself, but my God, did I fucking not just keep my eyes forward going to type that bug.
I'll just be watching The Simpsons tonight.
Yeah.
Nothing scary.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Come on, let's get through these
yeah.
movies.
Angel Heart,
Yeah,
Devil's Advocate.
great
I've
film.
been through these before. Hellraiser.
Scared the shit out of me as a
Never
kid.
seen
First
it, you
one.
know.
It's in the first one.
Never
Scared
seen
the
it.
shit
Yeah,
out of me.
man.
Never followed it back. Never followed it up.
Pinhead.
Yeah, there's a bit where he's kind of like coming together, isn't he? Like he eats blood to it, and he's sort of like.
Always yeah, it's yeah.
Aliens.
Mhm.
Always Alien is the classic, but it does look a little dated now.
The man in the suit does. I see
The man in
everything
the
looks
suit.
dated. in
Yeah,
that.
but
And
Aliens.
you never get films for the first 30 minutes. It's just there's basically nothing going on, is it?
No.
It's just them sort of landing on the planet, and you never get films like that anymore.
Yeah.
They take their time
They have
to
to.
build the suspense, man. It's a
But
shame.
Aliens, I do love.
Oh, we
the,
love that as
the
kids.
extended cut. We watched that when we were like 8, didn't
Yeah.
Oh, and if you're into the Aliens movies, there's a fantastic podcast out there that our friend Chris Jones does called 5x5 Reviews, a pop culture and movie review podcast. And their first, is there 5 alien movies or 6 alien? Anyway, their first 5 or 6 episodes, they chronologically go through every alien movie, and they're really funny, intelligent guys, knowledgeable guys. So check them out if you wouldn't mind.
You met him at Oktoberfest and he was very kind.
Yes, he's a good dude.
Okay, Predator 2.
I like Predator 2. Not as good as Predator 1. Predator 1's great.
Predator 1 is a horror film though. Maybe I've got me classifications wrong. I suppose it's got a
Sci-fi
monster.
horror.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I fucking love the movie.
Oh,
I love Arnold, so...
Yeah.
I could watch that film every day of my life.
I watch it once a month. I've mentioned that before.
I'm an Arnold fanboy.
Yeah, me
Predator
too.
2's got its charm.
I like Predator 2.
It's
I
got
don't
Danny
think
Glover
it's-
in it.
Yeah, Danny Boy.
He does a good. I think Danny Glover does an adequate job
He
in that
does.
movie. He's very sweaty though.
Yeah, he's very sweaty.
Very sweaty.
He's too old for that shit.
He is.
Oh, I read
No.
I adore the Lethal Weapon movies. Adore them, even number 4. But I read somewhere today apparently the 2 Mel Gibson and I've forgotten his name. We were
Danny
just
Glover.
talking about him. Danny Glover and the original director are in
Danny.
talks.
This is Danny Boyle. That I was going to say.
No,
I've got 28
I think
days
it's
late
Donald.
next.
Donald something. Anyway, they're in talks for Lethal Weapon 5.
Ooh.
I think Mel can still get away with it, but I don't know if Danny Glover can get away with action movies. I mean, the guy's got to be nearly 80, I think.
Hey, Harrison Ford's still kicking around.
Oh, very interesting. I know you'd hate that movie anyway, but Han killed himself.
Hey,
Han killed himself.
what did he press the fucking button?
Han pressed the button. That's the theory I was reading. That basically Kylo knew he needed to kill him as part of his journey to the dark
Yeah.
side, but he also knew he didn't have the bollocks to do it.
Right.
There's no struggle. You don't see who presses the button.
Okay.
The saber comes on. Kylo looks him in the eye and says thank you. Reaches out, touches the face, falls off. I think he knew that Han knew if Kylo didn't kill him, then Snoke was going to kill Kylo anyway for failing his tasks to this. So Han was helping him by killing himself.
No, I don't buy that. Kylo could have gone back to the light. He could have
And I think
fucked off with Chewie.
potential spoilers. This is just my theory now. This is making me think because of all the misdirection in the new trailer that I feel that Kylo is going to turn to the light, and he still can because he didn't actually kill Han. And I think Luke's going fucking dark. I think Luke is going to go full Vader. I really do.
That in the after universe, what's it called? Extended universe. Sorry, Luke did go to the dark side.
Yeah, I have a
But he also
horrible
came back to
feeling.
the
I
light
don't want him
side.
to. I don't fucking want him
No,
to.
see,
but-
Luke. The issue I have with Luke, right, is he's a bit of a fuck up, isn't he?
Well,
If anyone's gonna slip over on something, it's gonna be Luke.
I don't know.
Do you know what I mean? He's like,
Where'd you get? He's not clumsy, is he?
He lost his hand.
He seems to be. He's like.
In a fucking lightsaber fight, mate.
He seems to be like a bit of a.
He's a fucking Jedi Master, son.
No, he's not. Though he
Yes, he
he
is.
had nowhere near the training any other Jedi Knight had. Never mind a Jedi
He's a
Master.
Jedi Master.
Even Yoda says like you're not trained properly, doesn't he?
Well, he's a Jedi Master
You
now.
become a Jedi if you kill Vader, knowing the full well chances are you probably fucking wouldn't.
He's a Jedi Master. I'm sorry.
You're a Jedi Master by default
Because he's the only one left.
because you're left.
But he's been the one responsible for training people and looking after the temple and everything.
Yeah, and look what happened when he trained
Since-
people. It all went tits up because Kylo Ren and his Knights of
Well-
Ren fucking went nuts.
Well, we'll see what happens.
And didn't he say that in the trailer? I have watched the trailer. I was forced to watch the trailer because I went to see Thor 3, as I said, and the Star Wars trailer popped on. And he was like, oh, I've only seen untapped power like that once before. And we're going to find out that Rey is probably Han and Leia's daughter, and she's Kylo's twin, and it's gonna be fucking that. There we go. There's my analysis of it. Episode 7 destroyed me.
Alright.
That's all I got on that. It just destroyed me.
Let's get through this bloody list. Run this bloody podcast.
Wreck. Anyone seen that?
Never seen it.
It's a Spanish zombie film.
Oh,
Yeah,
apartment building.
it was the fucking, what do they call it?
Quarantine.
Quarantine. I've seen that version of it. Yeah. That's not bad.
It's a good film.
It's all a first-person shooter view, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty scary.
Yeah.
It's pretty sort of intense. Eraserhead.
Never understood it.
That film is freaky as fuck.
It's freaky as fuck. When I was
It's
always
like this
but I was so
kind of like deformed baby has to look after. And
yeah.
it just whines in the background constantly. And you're thinking it's actually painful to watch.
Yeah.
But it's one of them you have to watch. I think.
I've seen Eraser starring Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, that's a good film. With
Luggage.
the CGI crocodile.
Yeah, your luggage. Right.
I remember that CGI was praised.
I like that movie.
It's a good film. I got issues with the Razor.
Let's
I
get
don't really do werewolf films, but I like Dog Soldiers.
Dog
Good movie.
Soldiers. I think underrated British classic.
Yeah, it's alright.
It was one of the first few British independent films that did pretty well. Bar the Full Monty, which came before it, but
I like the Full
Yeah.
Monty.
Silence
Good
of the
film.
Lambs.
oh,
Classic.
Yeah.
actually in my top 5 of all time, Silence of the Lambs. I don't do much horror, but it's weird that one of my top 5 is Silence of the
He
Lambs.
puts the lotion on the skin.
Love Hopkins. He's fantastic in most things. Westworld, he was.
I
fucking
actually
brilliant.
read the books.
Yes, I've read the
And
books.
they were fucking excellent.
Yeah.
Uh,
Silence of the Lambs is really true to the book, or
Yeah.
fairly true to the book. Certainly in the gruesomeness of the killings. Anyway.
it was that book that it's in the actual Hannibal, the sequel, or is it a prequel? Either
No,
way.
Hannibal was a sequel.
Either way, in the book, that's where I first became aware because it describes a death erection.
Yes,
I didn't know what one of those was, so I read that book when I was probably about 16. I read that. A death erection. So yes, come on, I'm distracting you now.
Okay, yeah, the others.
Is
Never
that
seen
the
it.
book by James Herbert? So
It
based
could
on
be.
that, I've read that book because I used to really like James Herbert
It's
novels.
the film's got Nicole Kidman.
I know.
She's actually the ghost. She thinks they're seeing ghosts, but they're seeing real people.
No, it's
that's
different.
the twist.
But the book was
It's
pretty
alright.
creepy. Go read it, people. If you have the chance.
Jacob's Ladder.
Never
Is
seen
that the
it.
Vietnam War bit?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
I love
pretty
that
fucking
film.
weird. Yeah,
Oh.
that's weird as shit.
Yeah, he sort of doesn't know if he's alive or dead, doesn't he?
God, I've had days like that.
Yeah, it's a great film. Honestly, it's a great film.
Yeah, but that's where you get the white mask dude, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh fuck.
There's that famous line, isn't there? He says, "When you, I'm gonna fuck it up now." Something like, if you don't want to die, you'll have demons sort of like tearing your world apart. You have to accept sort of death, and it's fucked up. It's a good film.
Okay. Yeah, it is.
It's weird though. Videodrome.
Never seen it.
Never seen that.
That's
no.
a weird ass film.
Mm.
The Birds.
Oh,
That's a classic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen that.
yeah,
I used to watch that as a kid. It was like
Mm.
Psycho.
Yeah,
yeah,
seen it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Classic.
Evil Dead 2. We've talked about that before.
Evil Dead 3 I like.
I like 'em
Yeah.
all.
And Poltergeist 1 and 2.
No,
It's in the
not seen it.
first, I think.
Second
Maybe.
one's the Indian Burial Ground.
Maybe in the second one then.
The first one, it comes to the TV.
I know the first one then. It's in the first one. Maybe actually I may have seen both. To be fair, maybe it's in
Yeah.
the first and second. Yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street, the original.
I've
the
seen
first.
1, 2, and 3. I stopped after 3 because it was
Dream
shit.
Warriors.
Dream Warriors was
we
shit.
talked about this on the podcast. That Freddy Krueger's a paedophile. The character is
Yeah.
a paedophile.
Yep.
Yet that's a celebrated character that people like to dress up as and
Yeah.
have posters and action figures.
It's a bit
and-
weird, isn't it?
Yeah, they just conveniently. I mean, I know he's got a
Look
cool
at Pedo
look.
with knifed fingers. Hello, children.
Oh god, I saw the worst costume. Best stroke worst. I was like, ooh, fair play, mate. I saw somebody dressed as Madeline McCann.
I've seen it. Yeah, shit. Yeah, he had a beard too.
Oh,
he had his
God.
blonde wig and a beard. He's wearing
And
evidence
the same
shoes.
shirt
Yeah.
wearing this info. Oh lord.
That's bad.
Yeah.
Can I tell you about another cringeworthy one I saw? Not because it was like controversial anyway, because it made me slightly sick.
Mm.
Was Facebook personage who's pregnant right now and had a Halloween T-shirt that said "Bumps first Halloween." So, yes, also it's only fucking Halloween as a bump
God.
for a fucking start.
Bumps.
So, yes, you're pregnant. Well done. It's Halloween.
I'm sure your bump
Fuck
will
off,
appreciate
yeah.
the rush of extra sugar that's
Yeah.
going to go into your body because of all the fucking chocolate Halloween shit
that's what
you're gonna
you
eat.
fucking selling
That's
to
the only way the
people.
bump will know of Halloween.
Yeah.
It will be high as
The
fuck
bump,
in your
the
belly.
bump has no awareness of what is going on around it. It is literally a fucking child growing in your fucking body.
Is the bump conscious? Ah, that's a different.
It's
fucking
not
body.
around. It doesn't know it's Halloween. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, it doesn't. Right, are we getting through this list?
Back to David Cronenberg, 1986, The Fly.
Classic.
Yeah.
The
Love
Fly
that.
2's not too bad. It
I've
gets
seen
panned.
more horror films than I realised.
Yeah, I know.
actually.
1973, Don't Look Now.
No, I've never seen that.
No.
Donald
seen that.
Sutherland. It's well creepy. He loses his child in Italy,
Oh
and
shit.
he keeps thinking he's seen it.
Mm.
It's like this little evil dwarf thing. It's in a red hood. It's weird.
Oh god.
It's creepy. I think they find out that their daughter did die or something years before.
Can we have the little creepy people? Leprechaun 1 to 4.
I've got that in my worst.
Oh.
It's terrible.
Warwick, fucking what's his name, wasn't it?
Yeah, Warwick Davis.
Warwick Davis. I fucking hate that.
Did
bloke.
you know?
Jennifer Aniston's in the first
Well,
one.
do you know that WWE Films did a recent remake or update or sequel? Fuck knows. They did another one to the franchise of Leprechaun, starring their own little dwarfy wrestler, Hornswoggle.
He was in TNA not long back.
Oh god. Everyone needs a dwarf in this show.
In a fight with Rockstar Spud, who's only very little himself. Yeah, I don't remember how that feud ended, but it wasn't great anyway, so I wasn't paying that much attention. But yeah,
Okay.
it was, yeah, Hornswoggle. Fucking hell. I fucking hate Warwick Davis. Is that so wrong?
He's a smug little prick.
He is, yeah. So when he turned up for Top Gear's like fucking star of his car, he expected him to have like pedals. He brought his own pedals with him. He like,
He's in Star Wars Episode 1, isn't he?
He's in all of them, I think. He's
Yeah.
an Ewok.
yeah,
No, he's in Star
originals.
Wars Episode 1 as well. You see him in the crowd briefly. He's when they're at the pod racing.
yeah. That's a terrible film.
Yeah.
We gloss over it.
Yeah. Jaws, classic.
Yeah, yeah.
Rosemary's Baby. Anyone ever seen that?
No, I
You
you know
heard of
what?
it?
Yeah.
It's famous, isn't
The
it?
devil comes.
Yeah, I think I've
in
seen
plants a
various
seed.
versions of that
It's meant to be
film.
the Antichrist.
Yeah.
Oh.
The 1960s is creepy.
Yeah.
The Thing.
Is that how you were conceived, Ben?
Well, some say yes. On a night of thunder, the devil came to my mother and
Yes!
implanted his own seed into her. But it could have been Big Rob from the Lord's.
Who knows?
No, I'm pretty sure it was the devil.
Have our Rob or Ross written on your box.
Yeah. My mother was told that I was going to lead the revolution against the machines at some point. That's why I kind of stayed off the grocery podcast now.
Oh, remember, John Connor likes our podcast, doesn't he?
He does.
I'm sure he's never heard any Terminator
Leader of the
jokes.
Resistance.
I'm sure he's not had to deal
I've
with
recruited. I've unwittingly recruited you two as generals in my organisation. I've got the pacifist and the poet to add to my warmonger. Obviously, I'm going to overrule both of you two at most of the time, and just got ahead with launching human wave attacks to the machines across the.
Well, look, I do admit to being a poet, but not a pacifist. So
Well, that's why I got
I'll
the
be
pacifist
okay.
and the poet here. And Mike's the pacifist because you know.
Mike's science.
Yeah,
Man
but,
of science and
but he
peace.
won't use science for war. And that's the problem, guys.
My conscientious objective.
Okay.
Sorry.
The Thing.
Yep.
Classic.
Yeah.
The Shining.
Oh, the shin.
The Shining.
Actually, that takes us to the Simpsons Halloween episodes.
Hey.
Nearly finished. We'll get on to that.
Okay, we'll go on to that.
Cabin in the Woods.
No, I never seen it.
I have actually seen that. It's a
Yeah.
recent one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite.
I saw
quite
that at a
really
friend's
nice.
house.
Quite like that. It's like all different kind of demons in glass boxes.
Yeah, and like weird stuff happens there.
Yeah.
It literally starts transforming and
Quite
stuff,
like
doesn't
that.
it?
The Vanishing.
Yeah. No, I've seen that.
Jeff Bridges, his wife goes missing. She gets buried alive and he experiences the same thing. It's
Ooh.
a bit creepy. Green Room I watched recently.
No.
There's a punk band, they perform at this club and then they witness a murder. The club's owned by neo-Nazis. They
Alright.
try and get into the green room and they're trying to keep them out basically because they're trying to kill them because they're witnesses to a murder.
Yeah.
He had that guy that died recently, Anton Yelchin, was in it.
Oh right.
27 Club.
Yeah. Who's he playing in Star Trek?
Chekhov.
That's it.
And he ran himself over.
He did.
In real life.
Wasn't that good?
IRL.
Zombieland, Shaun of the Dead. We've been through these on other podcasts. It.
No, don't do clones. Don't do clones. Don't care. Don't do clones.
They're not demons or monsters.
They are.
They are men.
They are all demons.
Silly
or
men.
John Wayne fucking Gacy's what I'm going to say to you, sir. Future episode probably. But my God,
he didn't murder
clown.
People whilst
he murdered nearly 40 boys.
Yeah, but not as dressed as the clown.
He lured them in with the clown. It was all wrong. He was a clown. He was a serial killer.
He killed like 16, 17-year-olds, didn't he? If you were 16 and you're lured in by a clown, you fucking deserved it.
No, he used to work as a clown, but he didn't lure them. But even so, no, they're not.
Fine.
No,
they're fine.
Kill them with fire. Nuke the site. If I could lure every fucking clown to a single point on Earth, I would nuke the site from orbit just to be sure.
They're just men in makeup.
Nope. Evil demons.
But you're not scared of like... Alright, remember from the 80s in the wrestling, Demolition, they had full face paint covering their faces. It's the same thing.
They're wrestlers, they're cool.
But
I didn't like Doink. Or Dink, for that matter.
Clown for
Didn't like Doink, didn't like Dink.
I don't get the clown thing.
Wasn't a fan.
They're more annoying than creepy to me.
I also don't like people who dress as characters like Mickey Mouse or mascots or things like that. They creep me out. Those actual.
I met the Care Bears when I was.
That would creep me out if I was a kid.
In the town centre.
That would creep me out now. Actually, I have a real phobia of that. I will find
I was
you.
like 5. To be fair.
I will find you the specific name for that phobia next week, and I will tell you what it is. It's good. No, it's not the clown phobia. It's the mascot phobia.
What's the phrase?
It's got a proper name.
I'd fuck a mascot.
You furry loving bastard! I'd dress as a bear and fuck a mascot, fuck a hot dog. You furry bastard!
I'd fuck, as we established on the last podcast, I will fuck anything that moves.
Not furry though. Not furry, not human.
You'd have to have a human woman in the costume.
Yeah, there is. Yeah. You know the furries.
Yeah, they meet up and.
Yeah, they have like shag piles and stuff, and they still move with one another.
Yeah.
Wearing their costumes. You're a furry.
I'll try anything once, within reason.
I'm still waiting to join that unicorn sex club.
They receive your application.
Not yet, obviously.
He's just sent a dick pic.
In a dildo stuck to your forehead. I'm a unicorn.
I'm a sex unicorn.
I'm a cock corn, I believe they called it. Everything was corn, wasn't it?
That's my truth.
That's your true calling. Can we start to wrap this up?
Yeah.
Because we've been going 2 hours.
Right, Misery.
Oh, I like Misery, yeah.
That's a great film. Gremlins 1 and 2.
Oh, I love them, yeah.
Cloverfield.
Terrible.
Quite like that.
Got sick off watching the camera for 5 minutes, then went back to it. 7.
Yeah.
Oh, love 7.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Yeah.
Pan's Labyrinth, anyone seen that?
No.
That is weird as fuck. Brilliant.
That's Guillermo del Toro. Yeah.
It's in Spanish.
Hellboy. The guy did Hellboy.
Pacific Rim 2 as well.
Oh man, Pacific Rim. I should love that film.
I
can't fucking stand
it's
it.
Terrible.
Yeah, I should love it.
We have spoke with this before, but it tails off really badly in the middle.
Hills
But
Have
number
Eyes.
2 is like he's in the trailer for number 2.
No.
Oh yeah, we'll give it a watch. He's like the kids, you know, because he's like, well, they grew up with this fucking menace, and now they're in the fucking big robots. They got more robots, and
Okay.
they fight some big ass kaiju's.
Hills Have Eyes.
Never seen it.
Never seen.
That is
classic, though, isn't it? Apparently.
Flatliners.
Oh, we mentioned that earlier, even though I hate Keith Sutherland.
Yeah. Candyman.
Never seen it.
Yeah. He's got a hook for a hand.
Yeah,
Candyman.
Like Spring Heel Jim.
Yeah.
Jack.
Snakes on a Plane.
Yeah, classic.
Classic.
I had it with these motherfucking snakes on this.
Starship Troopers.
Love Starship Troopers. Don't like the number 2. We mentioned that before.
Yeah. I've got another modern one, Cabin Fever.
Never seen it.
There's like a virus that goes through and it's like it's sick to be fair, but it's great. The Amityville Horror, the original. was
The
alright.
original was the best one of the lot of them, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I remember there was like sequels, and one of them I'm sure was a haunted lamp. That is how bad it got. Fuck me.
Oh no.
And I've got Cube.
Never
No.
seen that.
That is weird. All trapped in a massive cube, and they got to get through the.
That's an ITV game show as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in this one you get acid sprayed in your face
Ah, okay.
That burns your face
That's a
off
stinger.
and things like that. Final Destination. I thought the first one was good.
Yeah. Actually, I go for the first 2 or 3. Which one was the one with the logs hitting that car on the freeway at the
Can't remember,
start?
it's been that long, but I've watched them all. And
I think
first one was
actually
the
the
best,
first
I think.
one was the roller. Was the first one the roller coaster?
Yeah.
The second one was the first one was the plane.
Oh yeah, that was it.
The third one was all people who'd won that. They'd all had incredibly good luck on the day they died. Some dude won the lottery and got his really expensive watch trapped in the waste disposal and then hit his arm. Yeah, they weren't. The first couple were okay.
Yeah. Last couple, Rear Window
Never seen that.
Classic.
and Resident Evil, the original.
Yeah, I have seen that.
I don't think all them films blur into one for me.
And
That's the
the
problem.
shit ones that I've seen, House of Wax,
No,
That's
that's
got
Britney
Paris
Spears.
Hilton in it.
Paris Hilton. That's it.
Terrible.
She's
13
made of wax.
13 Ghosts. Anyone watch that?
I have seen a Paris Hilton movie, the Paris Hilton.
Have you?
And I wasn't fucking impressed at
No,
all.
I can't. No, I've watched that, but yeah.
I've been treated better than that by like girls from Dorley. Okay, so
we love you, Dolly.
moving on.
Ghost Ship, that was terrible.
Ghost
Oh.
shit.
That was so. I went to the cinema to watch that. It was
What about
bad.
Event Horizon? That was
Oh, that was a
creepy
great film,
as
yeah.
shit.
Forgot about that one. Good call. Didn't get that one. Love that film. I got Anaconda 2, Hunt for the Blood Orchid.
Oh, the first one was awful.
I've tried not to do too many sequels because there's that many. Starship Troopers 2, obviously.
Oh,
Vampire in Brooklyn, didn't watch that with
No.
Eddie Murphy.
no.
I've got the Blair Witch Project, 'cause that was shit.
I
But was it
I saw
two
that
or-
at the cinema.
No, the first one
Both
was.
of them.
Yeah.
Dracula 2000, that was awful.
crap.
And the last one I've got on here is Jaws 3D.
Oh,
It had Dennis Quaid in. I thought I've seen 1 and 2. 2's not bad. 1's brilliant. I'll give 3 a chance. Oh, it was so bad.
Oh,
So bad. It was like early days of CGI, and the shark was awful.
ugh.
So
Jump
anyway,
the shark.
that's my favourite and worst horror films.
so check them out if there's any you haven't seen. Yeah, I don't really have any films to. I've seen more than I realised.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, so I think, has anyone got anything? Are we wrapping up?
I said that
Halloween.
I still don't really believe in ghosts.
Me neither. I've learned stuff today though about the origins of Halloween. I don't hate it any less. Or maybe hate is a strong word. The meaningless of it all just pisses me off. Maybe if we all lit bonfires and I don't
An
know.
orgy.
Yeah.
All dressed as shit. I can take the costumes.
Anyway,
As long as we're all having the orgy.
it'll be over.
It's like
'Cause-
everything else, it's been corporatised. And
Yeah, it's just.
Yeah, but if you're having the orgy and you're dressed as Optimus Prime and she's dressed as like a slutty cheerleader, that'd be great.
Yeah. But you know, fuck Halloween. So.
There's a bonfire going off and people are watching and you're in the mood because you love that shit.
Yeah.
And you're a dogger.
No. It wasn't a car park in the middle of nowhere. It was quite an urban, built-up area.
That's what I mean, it'd be a doggy
I'm not
car
a dogger.
park.
I'm not a dogger. I was just.
Well, you were just taking it to a more public level, obviously.
Okay, you've been listening to Cutting Through the Bull in the Bush.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I'm Ben, I'm going to say peace out.
You just stole my sign off.
I'm going to say stay classy then. I'm going to say stay classy. Edit that part
I
out.
say peace out.
You say peace out.
Peace out.
I say free Biff Tannen.
I'll say stay classy.
See you next time.
Stay classy, world.
Free Biff.